Why aren't you listening to me? Doesn't anybody ever listen to me? Listen to me? Listen to me? Listen to me? Blame yourselves for this fucking word salad that I just spit all over the goddamn plate. This is all your fault. You and I like me. That's it. I work under the cover of darkness because I don't need the rest of society to look in my eyes and know that is a bad person. Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. All right, I'm going to lay some ground rules right now. I have to tell you this, folks. I saw something very funny today, and it just happened, and I want to talk about it, but if I talk about it, I'm never going to be able to top it. Like literally, it was so stupid that if I bring it up now, and I said to Lily, I just saw the funniest thing, but I can't open the show with it. She's like, yeah, you can. And I said, no, I can't because I got to have a show. And she's like, no, just tell that story and get out. I'm like, no, I can't because that'll be... Then everybody's cheated and they're pissed off and they're mad that I didn't do a real show. And it's like, and she's like, you don't have any arbiters of what a real show is. This is a fucking podcast. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can talk and bail. I mean, it doesn't matter. Tell a story and leave. Do that. And she goes, I said, no, I don't. I got to fill in around it. And she's like, nah, see, that's the thing is you constantly put this pressure on yourself to fill the time. And then there's no reason to fill the time. It's an arbitrary time amount in your head. There's no reason to bitch about it. I said, well, I don't really bitch about it. She goes, oh my God, you bitch about it all the time. I said, I don't think bitch is the word I'd use. She goes, you bitch at least 15 minutes in every show about how long the fucking show is going to be. And it just makes the show longer. And that hurts my feelings. I have to be honest. I don't think I bitch like a whiny little I mean, I think I kind of make it funny and have fun with it. But when I hear that, if I bust my own balls on it, that's a different story. But bitching about it sounds like I don't like doing it. Well, I like a show that's funny, and I don't mind the length of the show. That makes me, yes, point at your watch. That's fine. But I like the show being funny, and I like filling time, and I like there being, if I just came in and told a goddamn 20-minute story and left, that would, you know what we got? We got the first episode ever. We got year one, episode 1. We got me dancing around a story about Steve Perry and then getting the fuck out of there as I shuffle 19 pieces of paper in Eric's face. But now people are like, oh, yay. But I will tell you this. I keep telling people about the shows. When I do Phoenix, I do Portland and stuff. And I'm like, oh, my God, Portland was 2.5 hours long, almost 2 hours and 40 minutes long. And then if I go to Austin and I do like an hour and 40 minutes, people are going to be like, fuck, what didn't we get? And I'll be like, dude, that's fucking terrible if I go to Austin. We'll talk about that later.
After you tell your funny story?
I can't tell that story yet. Seriously, if I tell that story, because then there's no, if I got to get to us, how do I talk about tweakedaudio.com/40 if I tell one story and I bail?
Talk about him right now.
What, tweakedaudio.com/40 and the fact that they have so many colors and amazing styles of their earbuds that you can use with your iPod? I can't do that just yet. I've got to seamlessly work them into the narrative. Nobody wants to hear just a gratuitous drop. Nobody wants to hear me just say, hey, hi, this is Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. By the way, nobody wants, other people do that. Everybody else does their read and they read their copy. I work my sponsors into my show, God damn it. My show that I make longer by talking about how long it's going to be. All right. Screw you people and your fucking arbitrary end lines. I know I had my own end line, but so what? I can't. It just, because I like working like this. I like going in circles and talking and having fun and trying to find something. It's no fun last week. You know what I mean? When I felt like I was kind of really trying to find something. But then the show turns out great anyway. And I listen to it. I'm like, oh, that was awesome. You know what I mean? I talked to Mex. What, you made a face?
You listen to it?
Well, I talked to Mex and he listened to it. And he goes, hey, that show was good. I couldn't listen to it. What the fuck am I going to do? Listen to me talk? God damn it. I hear the show once and I'm out. And when I hear it is when I'm doing it. That's right. I can't be bothered with it again. I fucking, literally, I dropped this for you people. If you want to look at it, go ahead. I'm taking off. I'm moving on. And I'm not even moving on. I'm not going forward. I'm moving laterally. I literally drop this show in your lap and I just go sideways for 6 days and come back and do another one for you because I am not moving forward at all. Nothing is happening. Nothing good is going on. If anything, I'm regressing, folks. Well, literally, that's why, you know what? That's why I live to come here and do this. And if it turns into 2 hours, that's great because it's the best 2 fucking hours of the week. Otherwise, I got to sit at home and have, evil staring contests with the other person who lives there. Jesus Christ. Nobody wants to do that. Come on. That's my wife. She's great. Although she's, you know what? It's so funny. All right, folks. Why don't I just throw this out? First of all, I'll throw this out there. Hey, I'm still looking for a web guy. I've heard from like 10, 15, no, it was about 15 people. And I wrote them all back with what I would require and what I needed. And a lot of them were like, hey, look, I don't know if I can help you in that area, but they have strengths in other areas. So I might revisit them. There is one that seems promising, but he said he would get back to me. He was really excited. He's a listener, and he tried the last time when I was looking for a new web guy, and I liked him a lot. And I was like, well, unfortunately, I went with Kirk, though, because Kirk had bothered me before, Idaho Kirk. And this guy wrote me now, and he's like, dude, I really want to do this. I've got a team. We got Drupal. We know how to do all this stuff. It was awesome. So I'm like, dude, I wrote everybody back, and I wrote them the same thing. I said, this is what I need. This is who I am as a guy. This is how I will be in your kitchen about this. And, if you can deal with it, great. If you can't, send me a quote, whatever. And this guy wrote me back, and he's like, dude, I am so excited. This is going to be great. And he actually wrote me twice when I didn't write him back. He's like, did you get my note? I really want to do this. So I send everybody out, the 15 people, and he wrote me back, and he's like, dude, I'm so excited. I'm going to have my team member write up a proposal, and he's going to get back to you. Well, 4 days later, I didn't have a goddamn proposal. I'm assuming he was really excited, and then he went to the guys on his team. Literally, it was like, you know what it was? It was Johnny Storm, and he burst into flames. He's like, dude, I'm so excited. Wait till I tell the rest of the Fantastic Four. And then he went in for dinner with The Thing and Reed Richards and Sue the Invisible Woman, and he said, hey, you're not going to believe this. There's this guy who wants us to work for free, and he's going to bother us all the time about the quality of work we do. And Reed Richards stretched his head out the window and screamed, fuck! And The Thing went, it's clobbering time, and punched a hole through a refrigerator, and Sue just turned invisible and sat there because she's passive-aggressive. God damn it. So I haven't heard from him. He was the guy. It was funny when I saw everybody. I'm like, well, this guy really, and he had all the Drupal, he had all the qualifications, but unfortunately, he passed it on to his team. And then Franklin Richards came in, and he concentrated and made me disappear. Isn't he? He's like the super powerful one, right? Yes, because you know what? When I want to know about the Fantastic Four, I immediately go to 38-year-old burlesque dancer Lily Von Stupp. That's right. When I'm looking to find out, I'm sorry, what's that? I can't tell. 45-year-old. See, that's my problem. 38-year-old Lily Von Stupp would have known all I wanted to know about the fucking Fantastic Four. Yeah, you know what? That's the problem. I shouldn't come to you. You're 45. You're out of it. You've passed by. You're like, I can't deal with the Fantastic Four anymore. At 38, you knew everything there was to fucking know about them. You're like, holy shit. You want to know how Reed Richards can stretch? I got it. Dr. Doom, he's a dick. I'm in. Let's go. 38. I got it. This is the year of the Fantastic Four and my Fantastic 38. Let's get it done. Now you're 45. You're like, it's not Fantastic 45. Fuck that. I'm out. So how the fuck did I get there? What was I talking about? Oh, the web guys. So yeah, I'm waiting to hear. So I'm still looking for a web dude. And the reason I spun into that is also, I don't even know why I'm throwing this out there. Because, well, you know what? Here's why. All right, folks, I'm a company. All right, I'm an LLC. I'm Throat Munchpedia. I'm Throat Punch Media, LLC. And as such, I have certain responsibilities to the state and the federal government. One of which would be keeping meticulous records of every dime I make or where the money goes. And last year I had a stripper chick who was helping me out, Red Snapper. She dances in Lily's shows, and she's really cool. And I was like, hey, I'll pay you to come and do some data entry at my house, and you can go ahead and knock it down. She's like, yeah, I'd love to do it. And she came over a couple times and then went, I'm never doing this again. Because she's moved on to greater things like making pasties and buying dogs. So good for her. If you don't, if my money's not green enough for you, by all means, fucking do a plie into the fucking darkness, then get out of my hair. But that leaves me needing someone to do this work, and by needing means it leaves me ignoring the work and hoping someone will come along and do it. So what you need to do is enter all my QuickBooks stuff, and I got to keep track of my QuickBooks, and then you get the media sheet at the end of the year, whatever the fuck. So I keep a checkbook that's fucking spotless. And my PayPal is all lined up. My bank accounts, everything matches. Everything's good. I'm to the penny. Unfortunately, it's all going to be put in this other fucking sheet. And, folks, I got no time for that. I told you, I do a show on Wednesday, and then I spend the next 6 days moving sideways waiting to do a show on Wednesday. So I can't be bothered doing any data entry. So when this girl said that she couldn't do it anymore, my wife stepped to the forefront. She's like, you know what? Fuck, I'll learn it. I'll learn QuickBooks. I can do that easily, and let's do it. And I said, great. If you want to do that, that's fine. And then the standoff happened. And by standoff is what I mean is my wife volunteers and said she'd like to learn it and she's happy to do it. And I said, great, let me know when you're on board and we'll go ahead and do it. And then the theme from The Good and the Bad and the Ugly whistled. And we just sat and stared at one another over tumbleweeds waiting for somebody to make the first goddamn move. because she's not going to volunteer to do it until I show her what to do. And I'm not going to show her what to do because then it looks like I'm her boss and I'm telling her what to do. And we're in a real gray area right now at my house where, my wife is still looking for a job. So now whenever I ask her or tell her to do something, I'm every bad thing in the world. So, and I can't go into it a lot more than that, but suffice it to say, I'm trying not to be that guy, and I'm trying not, because look, folks, maybe you can clarify this. Do I have a tone? I think I've discussed this before, because I keep getting told that I have a tone, and I mean, I don't hear it. I hear just me talking, but apparently everybody else hears that I have a tone. And I can only thank God that I'm not in trouble with the law or dealing with police, because I would get tasered every fucking second for my tone. But instead, I just get a festival of cold shoulders and non-phone calls. That's what I get for my tone. I get no invitations anywhere. That's what I get for my tone. I wind up just, sending friendships over the cliff off into the craggy rocks below. That's what I get for my tone. Because I'm mean, from what I've heard. That's the rumor. That's the story. Because I have a tone. Because you know why? Because I talk quickly and I don't fucking think. That's why. I think that's what it means when you have a tone. Is you don't fucking bother to care what comes flying out of your goddamn mouth. And you fucking bother everybody within a 10-mile radius. And everybody gives you that look like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I go, you know what? I say what you're thinking, motherfucker. Why do you think that is? You know what? You got that tone in your head. You know you got a tone in your head. Just that tone is in my head. And it somehow squirrels its way out of my mouth. And blah, before I can say anything, tone. So, my QuickBooks is not done because of my tone, because I don't want to tell my wife, oh, well, this is how you do it, because then I got to sit down and show her how to roll the mouse and where to put the numbers. And God forbid, look, I would rather pay somebody to do it because they kind of care what's going to happen. Karen will, she'll care what's going to happen, but then she's going to sit down to do it. And if she somehow turns a 3 into an 8 and everything goes to hell, what's that conversation going to be like in fucking December? You think I got tone now? You pull the 3/8 nonsense and fuck, all of Throat Punch Media comes collapsing down around my ears. And you'll hear fucking tone like the Indian on the Funny Company. It'll just be like a big fucking foghorn right in your face. Bah! All right. I guess I have a tone. I should embrace my tone. That's what I should do. I should embrace my tone. You know what? And you know what my tone leads to? Alone. I got tone alone. I have tone, which means I'm alone. Because nobody wants to deal with my tone, I've been told. Told about my tone, and I wind up alone. That's right. All right. Fuck. So I need somebody to do my QuickBooks. So I said to Lily, I go, hey, I'll give you some money if you want to do my QuickBooks. And she's like, well, I thought Karen was going to do it. And I'm like, well, I don't know if you heard, but I have a tone. And Lily's heard my tone, and she's not a fan of it. Sometimes I know that. But I've tried to clean up my tone. We had an incident in year 2 where I fucking stormed out of her house. It was fucking ugly. Did I talk about it ever? Did I ever talk about that on here? Oh no, it was fucking not. No, it wasn't good. I wasn't proud of it. It was not one of my proudest moments. We've had incidents where there was an incident I wrote about. I might have written about it in the liner notes, in year 2 or year 3. I don't know. Seriously, because I came to your house to record. It's a non-ending tone. It's certainly a non-varying tone. It's just a consistent tone. I went to Lily's house to record a voiceover audition for a commercial, and my wife was there. I talked about this. I swear to God, I talked about this. And everything broke bad. And it was because of me. It wasn't really anybody else's problem. I got into a thing with Karen. We got into a scrap, and I was willing to do it instead of just swallowing my pride and finishing my audition and then taking care of business in the car. But I went ahead and had basically an argument with my wife in front of Lily and stormed out of the house, knocked some shit over and like ripped open a door and fucking stormed out like an idiot, and did that thing where I hulked up and got all fucking badass in my own head and like fucking and stomped through and broke some shit. Like the Thing. It was like when I talked to the Thing when we were talking about the Fantastic Four. I did. I turned into the Thing and I fucking stomped outside. And then when you got outside and then the vitamin D giving sunlight splashed onto my skin, all of a sudden I turned back into a human being and went, wow, what the fuck? Why are my pants torn? This is fucked. So I, of course, turned around and knocked on the door because Lily had locked us out. And I said, hey, sorry about that. Can I come back in and do my commercial audition? And she said, no, you are not allowed in my house. And I said, no, I said, I'm cool. Really, it's okay. And she goes, no, That's not happening. You know what? Actually, I called her because I knocked on the door and she wouldn't answer it. And I sat in the car fuming and then made the phone call and was taught a lesson. Did not get to audition for that particular voiceover commercial because Lily said, "You're not coming to my house. I can't have that in my life. I can't have that type of behavior." And I was so mortified and so embarrassed. I was embarrassed. You know, I apologized to Karen. I apologized to Lily. Like because again, it was that thing where I was out of control and expected everybody to accommodate my ridiculousness. And it taught me a lesson because I haven't done it since. I mean, I haven't lost my temper or lost my mind in that area since. And look, it's a journey, folks. It's a sideways journey, but it's a journey nonetheless. And I discover things about myself. Like I said, I used to get fucking crazy and want to fight all the time. I'd like get really angry and mad. And then that shit happened with the car last year on Sunset Boulevard. And since then, my pulse doesn't get above 80. I mean, it's like when there's a thing happening or a big fucking fight breaks out or shit's going on, I literally want to go. I go, let's leave. I can't. Normally, I would stay. I would stay to see blood and see somebody get their head cut off and fucking cheer and root and maybe jump in and take a poke at a guy. Some guy wanders by, you know, because it's literally just a fight cloud of just feet and like asterisks and ampersands flying out, and it's just dust and feet and hands. And I would just punch right into the center of the cloud and hope to hit somebody important. Let's go. I don't fucking care. Let's do this. God damn it. But you know, not anymore, man. I can't do it. There's no point. I find myself being 43 and like I said, too young to back down and too old to fight. Can't do it. All of that said, who wants to do my QuickBooks? See? You're not going to get punched. That threat is gone. I tell you now that I've changed. I'm not going to storm out of the house while you do the QuickBooks.
Because it's your house.
True, I might though. It doesn't matter. I've done that. Yeah, I don't fucking care. I have done that stupidly. Just stomped out of a fucking house that was my own and like left somebody and like, what the fuck, dude? I don't think. I say it when the thing shows up that you know, you turn into orange rocks and run outside and looking for a blind chick to bang. That's it. You know who's laughing at that? 38-year-old you. Because you knew everything it was to know about the Fantastic Four, but now you're done with it. But I just unearthed. I peeled the onion on 38-year-old Lily Von Stoop, and I dropped a blind Alicia Masters joke on you, and you fucking laughed your ass off. That's right. A lot of inside bad comic book stuff here, folks, for no reason. All right, so if you want to do my QuickBooks, give me a shout. I don't think you do, though. I mean, because you know what? I don't want a stranger in my house doing data entry. Then I got to give him a cool drink. Fuck that. You know what? I'm taking it off the table. No more. I don't need anybody to do my goddamn QuickBooks. Take that, people. You and your fucking math. But Lily's out because then I offered it to Lily. I offered her money, and she's like, you know what? I'm thinking about it, but I don't know if I want to. And then she's like, what about Karen? And I was like, Karen would do it. She probably would do it, but she's busy. You know, she's looking for jobs during the day and all that kind of shit. But I mean, but at the same time, like, you know, I'm finding out my wife we're double yang. I've said it. Where she and I are the same person. Where I'm like, hey, you know, you can do this data entry. She's like, great. I'd love to do it. You know, one finger at a time, you know, where does this 7 go? God, I asked you to do it. I don't want to do it. If I wanted to do it, I would find out where the 7 went. You take that 7 and you fucking run with it. I'm going sideways to Wednesday. Jesus Christ. So that's the thing is we can't collaborate. I can't look at her and fucking go, hey, go ahead and do those QuickBooks, man. That'll be a jam. And then I fucking fade into the background. No, I'm going to stand behind her and tap my foot like the little Schmitty on the goddamn website when you're waiting for a page to load. That's me with my arms crossed, just tap my foot. No, that doesn't go there. Well, do it yourself, asshat. Sit down here and just fucking yell at the computer and see if the numbers go where you want them to. Fucking beautiful mind, idiot. It's not going to happen. All right. So I don't need anybody to do my QuickBooks. I still need a web guy though. See what you're getting into here? Ha ha! Tone. I got a tone so powerful it'll brain tumor in your fucking head. All right. Kirk is recovering. Thank God. Kirk is things are going well. I don't know about well, but he's recovering. He's in the phase of, and he writes me notes. And I don't know what to do. Like I want to reach out, you know what I mean? Like we've never met, and I can't drive to Idaho and fucking help him. I'm a man. I want to fix shit. I went and got my hair cut yesterday, and the lady who cuts my hair, the woman, hot. I don't want to say her name because people will look her up and then write her notes. But I've said it. I know, but let them look it up. You know what? If people want to go ahead and look it up, go ahead. But I've said it before because she's hot and I like her and she's really cool. Well, yesterday I talked to her and yeah, things are some bad things have happened. Like she had a car accident and stuff. And that's the thing. And she's telling me all these different things and it's just there's a beat. And I go, well, this is the part where because I have a cock, I want to jump in and fix everything. So what should I start with? Because that's it. I mean, you can't tell me any fucking problem without me going, all right, well, here's what you do. Nobody wants to hear me tell them what to fucking do. Especially not with tone. Nobody wants to know. Because if it was if I was Mr. Rogers and I just went, hold on a second, I went to the closet and put a sweater on and different like ugly girl shoes, and I said, hey, here's what we do, everybody go, he's a gentle soul who just wants to help. But instead, when I go, hey, hold on, and then the fucking giant brain starts kicking in and I start spitting out solutions, everybody goes, what the fuck, dude? I didn't come to you for solutions. I'm making small talk while I cut your goddamn hair. That's it. She just want me to fix shit. But it doesn't matter. It's that weird first instinct where you go, hey, because I can fix everything but me. You know what the fuck? I'm sure everybody in the world is like that. Everybody in the world can fix every problem they ever hear about from all of their friends. And then when it comes time to them, they just go, fuck. No, that's not going to happen. Where do I put the 7? Whoa. Lily's pointing at numbers. Not numbers for QuickBooks. She wouldn't dream of doing anything like that. No. What? No, you said you were on the fence about it, which is okay. I don't mind you being on the fence because, I mean, who the fuck wants to do it? I don't want to do it. If I wanted to, I want to pay someone to do it. It's like if I had a house with a lawn, oh, Jesus Christ. I tell you what, I would personally, individually, on my own, solve the debt crisis in Mexico. Because I would send coyotes over there to get different vans of different guys every day, and I would pay them as much as they wanted to cut the grass. I don't fucking want anything to do with it. I'd fuck yard work, fuck a yard, fuck work. That's two things I don't like. And you put them together, fuck all that. That's like a super thing I don't like. That's like the Transformers of things I hate. Fucking yard and work. It's like it's like not the Transformers, it's like the Power Ranger. Or what the fuck? Who are those dudes who all assembled into one dude? No, Transformers are they're more than meets the eye. They're like all of a sudden it's like a bundt cake pan, and then it turns into a guy who wants to punch you in the face. That's what a goddamn Transformer is. Yeah, Transformers are they're like
they all join together and form one giant.
No. I don't think so. No, I think it's the Power Rangers.
45-year-old Lily knows this.
All right, I'll defer. I will defer to Lily. But I thought Transformers was like you open a drawer and there's a spoon. You're like, hey, I'm gonna eat the spoon with my cereal, and the spoon hits you in the fucking ear. It's like, dude. Can't you just be a spoon for once, you fucking robot? I just want to eat a goddamn bowl of cereal. I don't want to get my shit kicked by Buzzkill, whatever the fuck your name is. I don't know what they have those stupid names. Oh, dude, I just want a hairbrush. I don't want to fucking fight the enemy from outer space. I just want to make sure I'm well groomed. Could you turn back into a hairbrush, please? God damn it. I just got to slip into a size 13. I just need a shoehorn. Oh, no, there is not a threat to the planet. Jesus, fuck, go back to being a shoehorn, shoey. Whatever the fuck your name is. I hate it. Fuck you, robot. Don't be a robot. Be a household thing. That's what you are. Inevitably. It's like every time I saw the first movie and I just went, I don't know why I'm here. Why the fuck am I here? It's Shia LaBeouf yelling at a can opener. What the fuck? Not interested. And that's right, I put 3 syllables in not. That's how little interest I had in that fucking movie. I went to the movies this past weekend and I saw the coming attraction for the new one. Karen and I always play a game, okay? When we're watching movies, we'll look at one another after the coming attraction, and I'll look at her and I'll go yes or no. And she goes no. And I'll go yes. Whatever. If we want to see the movie, we do judgment. You know who doesn't play that game? 45-year-old Lily. Because Karen went to see a movie with her, Water for Elephants, and they watched trailers, and Karen turned to her and went, yes or no? And Lily just went, what? And ate popcorn and watched the film and ignored my wife. My wife felt lonely. Because it's a game we play when we're together. But she just thought that everybody kind of knew, I guess. Because, I understand it's very difficult to solve yes or no, but that's on you. All right. You could have just said what instead. No, you went what? Like she was a fucking moron, and you watched the movie. That's what I heard. But again, it could have been my wife's interpretation of it. I have no idea. I don't know. That's my wife has tone. That my wife didn't like your tone. She was not a fan of your tone.
Oh man.
But yeah, so we were at the movies this past weekend, and by the way, I saw Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know, Eye Patch Wilson, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. It's the 4th one. Okay. Yeah, exactly. No, it's got a strange in it. Strange water calling. I don't know. Strange days ahead of us. Strange
tides that turn it.
on Stranger Tides.
On Stranger Tides.
There you go. On Stranger Tides.
Not like
And
Golden Pond.
on Golden Pond, I don't know. Although there is an old poop in the movie. So we saw this. I saw the Pirates movie. It's the fourth one.
Yes,
And before I get into Pirates, I will tell you we saw the coming attractions, and it started out, and I knew it was Transformers because what we do is we watch the trailer. The trailer ends. My wife and I look at each other and go, yes or no, and one says yes, and one, or whatever, yes, no, no. So the Transformers trailer started, and I knew what it was right when it started, and I just went, no. I don't even need to be asked. That's when my tone comes in handy. When I want to convey just how much I don't want to see a Transformers movie. That's the only thing my tone is appropriate for. Lily, when you really think about it, that's the only thing my horrible, evil, mean tone is appropriate for, is letting you know just how much I don't want to see the Transformers movie. No. Everybody goes, that makes sense. That was an appropriate tone for that level of disgust. Unfortunately, I bring it out when I'm asked if I want a sandwich. No. Tone. Loke.
I've been waiting for the tone.
It just popped up. I don't know. Well, I told the story when I saw him at the mall, right? I told that story. People were running to get him. I'm like, what the? All of a sudden, did you see Tone Look? Yes, he's back there in 1989. All right. The fuck was I talking about? So we went to the movie. All right. So and we saw Pirates, and let me just drop this on everybody right now. Let me drop this in your lap, okay, people. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I saw the first one, fucking loved it. All right, the first Pirates movie. Saw the second one, I thought it was okay. It was good. Saw the third one, hated it. The only good news about the third one is it finally ended, so I could see the fourth one. That's how interminably long the fucking third. They have a chase and a wheel. Like they have a Ferris wheel chase or a wagon wheel chase or some shit. And I'm like, it's going on. It's still going on. Literally, it's going on so much that they finally caught up to the pods that were racing in the Star Wars sequel. That pod race with little fucking baby Anakin Skywalker or whatever. Oh my fucking God. That pod race is going on. And I was in the audience and I'm literally, no. Like I just said it right to the screen. That pod race was horrendous. But literally, if you watch the sequel to that Star Wars movie where they have those pod races, look in the background. You can actually see the wheels from Pirates of the Caribbean 3 as they roll through the pod course. Oh, fucking terrible. Just this holy fucking duo of bad movie chases. All right. So I go. So the other day, Karen's like, "Hey, let's go to the movies," and I had seen Bridesmaids. You know, I've decided I'm getting back on the movie horse. I have to see movies. I love movies, but I've been a guy who, for the past year and a half, I hate fucking movies. Like I find every reason not to go. I go and I don't like them. I told Jackie Cation I'm doing the Dork Forest podcast this week. I don't know when it'll air. I tape it tomorrow, so I'll let you know when it drops because apparently I'm Macy Gray. I'll let you know when it drops. I'll wear a dress on the Grammys that says my podcast, The Dork Forest appearance drops on blah, 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 on a dress. Stupid. I'll let you know when it drops. All right, so I'm doing Jackie's podcast, and I wrote her a note, and in it I actually said, I go, look, I don't know what I have to be dorky about. I said, I used to love movies, and now I hate them. I said, I'm 43. I really think I'm getting into the get off my lawn phase of my pop culture years, where I can find fault in anything, any TV series, and I'm trying not to be that fucking guy. I want to like music. I want to like movies, and but the thing is, I like serious type movies. You know what I mean? I find myself not gravitating to empty fucking husks of summer bullshit. So, which, by the way, is not a bad summer film. Empty fucking husks of summer bullshit. So I go see Pirates. I said to Karen, she's like, let's go see the Pirates movie on Monday. And I said, I hated that third one like a lot. And I know what this is going to be. I know what this movie's going to be. I don't know if I want to go to it. And she's like, oh, I said, because I've decided that like Monday afternoon I'll go to the movies. That'll be my summer movie time this year. So I said, hey, let's go see. I go, there's nothing else to see. I go, we've seen Thor, we've seen Bridesmaids, and all the other stuff is like older. And she sees stuff on her own, so it's like there's no point in going back to see it. So I go, there's a movie I wanted to see that I didn't get to see, and I was so pissed. And then I went on Fandango, and it turns out it's right by my house. I said, let's go see Insidious. I said, it's a scary movie. And the thing is, it's another thing. I love scary movies, but now that I'm 43, I see a scary movie and I'm like, it's not scary. Well, of course it's not scary. You know why? Because you got to go home and look at your checkbook. That's what's fucking scary. Real life is fucking scary. Now you're not going to be scared by a ghost face. I mean, Jesus Christ. And certainly not by a ghost face killer. Listen, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Can we agree with that, folks? Cash rules everything around me. All right. Fucking, I followed Ghostface Killer on Twitter for like an hour, and I just went, I can't do it anymore. I can't. Guy's a fucking lunatic. So yeah. So I said, Karen, how about if we go see Insidious? I go, it's playing right up here, up the street at the mall, by where you used to live. And I said, we can go there. And I go, it's a scary movie. And I go, I heard it's actually scary. Some people said it's the scariest movie they've seen in a movie theater. I said, I would really like to see it. I wanted to see it with a larger crowd, but I mean, I'll still settle for seeing it. She was like, okay. So I looked it up and I found the times. And I said, okay, well, we can go at this time, like 5:30, and then we can go here. And she goes, okay. And I go, you want to see that Pirates movie, don't you? She goes, yeah. And I said, all right, you know what? We can go see it. Let's do it. So then I went to the, and here's another thing I'll tell you about the Pirates movie, one that made me not want to see it. The theater I like to go to is called the ArcLight in Hollywood because it's a nice theater and you can buy assigned seats and you can get there 5 minutes before the movie if you want. You don't have to fight with people with their coats all over the goddamn chairs, saving seats, whatever the fuck. But unfortunately, Pirates is not at the ArcLight in Hollywood because it's at the El Capitan Theater because it's a Disney movie and they put all of their big movies in the El Capitan. So I go, well, fuck. I've been to the El Capitan. We saw Tron there. You know what I mean? And it's a big 3D deal, and they give you free popcorn, and there's a big light show. And I said, all right, I'll take a shot at that. So I went to the El Capitan to buy tickets for the 5 o'clock show. And I don't fucking know. Literally, it's Pirates of the Caribbean, so it's a movie about pirates. I didn't know that Somali pirates going to pillage my bank account just for the privilege of sitting through that piece of shit movie. I went, you have got to be fucking joking. I went to the VIP in the balcony because what it is, they have VIP seating on the floor, VIP seating in the balcony, and then they have general admission, which is like the last 2 rows of the balcony. Okay. I did the VIP balcony. I just punched it. It was fucking $28 a ticket to see some guy in a pirate suit say savvy and get free popcorn and then watch the movie. You've got to be fucking joking. And honestly, like I said, I'm getting keel hauled just by buying tickets. I actually, when you pick up the tickets, you are forced to walk a thin piece of board off the side of a ship and leap into the box office to pick them up. That's right. At the business end of a saber, of a cutlass. I apologize. The pirate uses a cutlass. A saber, that'll be like a musketeer or somebody. I don't want a musketeer pushing me around at the goddamn movie. Fuck that. If I'm seeing the 3 Musketeers, then you know what? Musketeers, step up with your foil, sir, and on guard. But if I'm seeing a fucking pirate movie, it better be a dude with curly hair and a hook for a hand and a goddamn cutlass making me pay fucking $56 for 2 people to see a goddamn movie. Are you joking? Oh, you get free popcorn? Well, thanks. Fuck that. I could pay the general admission and get as much free popcorn off the floor as I fucking wanted to in this joint. Seriously, it'd be the same type of deal. I don't get a bucket with Johnny Depp's hair on it. So I looked at Karen and I go, fuck, I'm not going to the El Capitan. Not at $56. That's insane. So it was playing at the ArcLight in Sherman Oaks, which is a sister theater to the ArcLight in Hollywood. Let's put it this way. They opened the ArcLight in Hollywood, and it was fucking amazing. And then they went, hey, we need more ArcLights. So what they did was they took existing theaters and turned them into ArcLights, and they did a pretty good job by making the screens match and the lighting and the seats, and they're comfortable, and it's really nice. The only thing is they were originally movie theaters, regular movie theaters, so they're deep. They're not wide. The ArcLight is wide, so the screen is wide, and then the seats go to the edge of the screen. But you see a regular movie theater is a Hitchcock hallway. You know what I mean? It's like fucking all the way to the goddamn rafters, and it's a long tube. It's like seeing a movie in a shoebox. You might as well just turn your head and watch an eclipse. I mean, it's fucking terrible. So, but what I have to do then is if I go to the ArcLight Sherman Oaks, I have to buy seats right in the center, and I usually like to sit in the back row. Again, I'm 43 fucking years old. I'm an old man. But Karen wants to see the movie, and I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a day in court. What the fuck? Who cares? So I buy the tickets online, and we go out. We stopped at El Torito. Had a nice little had a salad with pepitas on it, and I like a tableside romaine Caesar with the green and the pepitas and some fucking fried tortilla strips and some guac. All right, so that's my menu. That's what I had. Why do you care? Nobody cares. And then we go to the movie, and I see Pirates of the Caribbean. Whatchamacallit on Stranger Tides. Although Pirates of the Caribbean whatchamacallit is what is I cannot wait for that to come out. And what I wanted to say was, folks, all of you people out there who twittered how bad the Pirates movie was, and all those people who gave the like half-hearted reviews, and were like, we've seen it before, jump off a cliff, honestly, because what the fuck did you expect to get from Pirates of the Caribbean 4? I loved it. Karen and I really liked it because you know what? Again, it's Johnny Depp saying savvy 4 times and then a bunch of people having sword fights. Who the fuck? You know what you're getting into. It's Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. It's not Pirates of the Caribbean have dinner and a chat about their marriage. No. You know what you're getting into. It's not Pirates of the Caribbean band together and save a high school from being closed by an evil assemblyman. No, that's Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's Pirates of the Caribbean 4. You know there's going to be pirate fights. You know Johnny Depp is going to be fucking awesome. And Keith Richards is going to show up. It's going to be fucking great. It was great. And it's a little long. I won't lie to you. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. And 3D. Look, you know what? Fuck 3D. I don't care. Like I said, I live my life in 3D. I go to the movies to see something refreshingly 2D. I don't need real life. And you want to talk about at the point of a cutlass? When you see the Pirates of the Caribbean in 3D, that's it. You get literally a musket points at you and a sword points at you, and and a monkey face screams at you in 3D, and then that's it. Everything else is just kind of atmospheric in there. If you want to see 3D work, you got to see like Avatar, like I said, was because they created an entire new fucking 3D world, which was amazing. And Green Lantern. Green Lantern is going to be fucking amazing. I have no interest in Green Lantern as a hero. I have no interest in Green Lantern as a guy. I have no interest in any of it, but I'm going to see that goddamn movie because fucking Green Lantern is the 3D looked amazing, and I have to see it. How do you not see it? But I love the Pirates movie. I don't understand why people are pissed off about it. People in the lobby that are walking out like, yeah, it was a lot like the others. Really? You know why? Because the Pirates of the Caribbean are in it, you fuck. What did you expect? Did you expect the Sex and the City women to come through in on elephants like in Morocco and have a fight with them? No. But what would be awesome is as I watched Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, you know what? Ian McShane is Blackbeard and Barbossa's in it, Jeffrey Rush, and there's all zombies and fucking mermaids and monsters and shit. And it's like I said, it's escapism. It's like when I used to be a kid and you'd go see Indiana Jones. You knew he was going to have a fucking train thing, and you knew there was going to be a bunch of people yelling and a whip and a sword fight and a trumpet fanfare. That's what this movie was like to me. It was very much like you knew what you were getting into, and why not just escape in it and enjoy it? Who cares that the 3D glasses are hurting the bridge of your nose at the 2-hour mark? Because they were. I mean, and it's so funny because in the old days, it used to be one of the reasons they got away from 3D is because, first of all, everybody hated it, but also those little fucking cardboard glasses. Everybody's like, yeah, these don't work so well. So now they went ahead and made a welding mask that you have to wear. And I told you, when I went and saw Thor, my glasses didn't even fucking work. It was terrible. But now this time they worked, and it was, again, I liked the movie. I enjoyed it. I had a good time at it. I don't understand why people were bitching in the lobby. I'm like, I almost wanted to shake them and go, what the fuck did you expect? It's Pirates of the Caribbean. They're in the movie. Did you come expecting something different? But as I watched the movie, I thought of something. There are beloved characters that you see in films. And like Batman. You see Batman. I don't know if he's beloved, but he's Batman. But people like to go see Batman in a movie. And people go see Pirates of the Caribbean because Jack Sparrow's in it. Yeah, there's a bunch of other shit going on. I don't give a fuck about Penelope Cruz and the marbles in her mouth and her fake fat cleavage that's happening. Because you can't show a lot of cleavage because it's a movie for kids. By the way, movie for kids, maybe we don't make it 2.5 hours and have to have them wear uncomfortable visors on their head. I can't even imagine bringing a kid to fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. Because he's got to sit there in 3D with that. Those glasses are bigger than a little kid head. You'd have to hold them onto it. You have to strap it on. Jesus fuck. All right. But yeah, so little kids watching it for you can't get a kid to sit for 2.5 hours for something he likes. I wouldn't know. I have no kids. Kids might enjoy it. Kids might like 3D. They might wear in the helmet and they make noises all movie. I don't fucking know. When I went at 5:00 on a Monday. There was me and my wife, and then 2 other people in the theater. And get this, I walk in, Karen. Here's me. I'm dumb. I went to the concession stand for Karen, and then she went up to get our seats. So when I came in, there's nobody there. There's one woman, and then 4 rows back, there's Karen. So I walked in, and I put my hand over my eyes. I went, Karen! And I yelled. And she goes, Michael! And I go, Karen! She goes, oh, stop. And so then I started walking up the thing, And the other woman turns around. She goes, "My name is Karen." And I went, "What?" She goes, I'm playing hooky from work to watch this movie, and I swear to God, I thought they sent someone to find me." That's a weird ass coincidence. And then she started to say something else, and in my head I went, "Why are we now having a conversation? Our anecdote is finished." But I realized at that point, if I open my mouth, there's going to be tone, so I'm going to let her finish whatever she's saying. And as she's talking to me, unbelievably, she's assembling like a meal in the fucking ArcLight Theater. She's eating, brace yourselves, folks. This is true. She's eating a hot dog because you can buy hot dogs there. She pulls out of her purse. This is not a lie. Fake Karen, not my Karen, fake Karen in the movie theater playing hooky from work. You know what she likes with her movies? Coleslaw. No. Oh, dude. I swear to God, Karen, because even Karen looked at me like with weird eyes, like, what? Because we thought she had nachos, like she was putting stuff together, like she was like assembling a bunch of stuff. But it turns out she was taking her hot dog, and then she pulled out the coleslaw and she opened it, and she had her fork, and she like pulled the coleslaw out, and she was like doing this, and she was putting it on her hot dog and eating her hot dog with coleslaw on top of it. And as I watched it unfold, I'm like, you're playing hooky from work, and you're eating a hot dog with coleslaw, and like I almost thought, is she dying? This seems like a very specific thing to choose to do on a Monday afternoon. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ditch. Yeah, I'm like, she just got word that morning that it was over, and she had like a month to live. She's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go fucking relax, watch Pirates of the Caribbean, and have a hot dog with coleslaw right there in the goddamn theater. Fuck everybody. Who the fuck smuggles coleslaw into a theater? I don't want to eat a coleslaw in a coleslaw house. Jesus Christ. Literally coleslaw when it's a side dish, they might as well, like Mitch Hedberg used to say, you throw this away for me. Honestly, it's just, and the thing is, I like coal and I like slaw, but put them together, fuck all that. Not interested. Horrendous. Oh my God, coleslaw in the movie theater, eating it, just like Karen and I are looking at each other like, what the fuck? My Karen. But then I told Karen, I go, that's you when I die. You'll just be like a solo Karen at the movie theater eating hot dogs and coleslaw. Because again, and she went, tone.
Weird.
All right. Folks, have I mentioned tweakedaudio.com/40? I'm wearing them right now. They've allowed me to hear all of this stuff that's going on here in this show. Many colors. And people are buying them. Thank you very much. I will say, all right, I got to say this, though. The people at tweakedaudio.com, they make a sport watch, like a little fun little watch. And I talked about it on here, and he sent me a note. He's like, hey, I'll send you a watch. And I'm like, okay, great. I get a fucking box from them. I got like 15 watches. I'm like, dude, why the fuck are you sending me all these watches? And I don't know if he thinks that I'm supposed to do a giveaway with them or Bruce from tweakedaudio.com/40 sent me this. They're little fun. And here's why. All right. Because I think I made it sound like it was a Rolex of tweakedaudio.com/40 watches. And he sent me a note. He goes, I think you have a misconception of what our watches are. So to indicate just how much my misconception was, he sent me 15 of them to prove that they can just give them to anybody. Here you go, idiot. Here's a box of watches. Jesus Christ. So buy the watches. That's what I would say to you folks. Or come to my house trick-or-treating, because guess I know what I'm giving away for Halloween. Here, kid, have a watch. That was my best Mike Toomey impression. Mike Toomey in Chicago. He used to do a bit about trick-or-treating. And the guy on your block who always ran out of stuff. I don't want to do the joke, but it was like, yeah, it was that framework of voice. Here, kid, here's a watch. But he would say, but I'll do one of his punchlines. Here, kid, here's an egg. Happy haunting. Goddamn, Mike Toomey's a genius. All right, so yeah, tweakedaudio.com/40 has watches. Although I got to be honest, I don't know if they have any watches left. Because there was a knock on my door, and I heard boop, 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 and I looked, and it was a truck backing up, and the guy pulled a lever and dumped. I was buried under a mountain of sport watches, and I don't know what sport they're for. I got to be honest. I looked at them like racquetball, maybe, or squash, or maybe ultimate frisbee. That might be an ultimate frisbee watch. Yeah, believe me, they are a very specific market over there at tweakedaudio.com/40 with their earbuds. All right, look, I got to be honest, folks. I got them, and I looked at them, and you know what they are? It looks like a cock ring with a watch on it, all right? I mean, because it's rubber and it's just this small round rubber, but it's got a little tiny watch screen. And and what was funny? I looked at him and I go, this looks like a cock ring with a watch on it. And even Karen went, yeah, it does. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, I'm not wrong here. I'm not barking up the wrong tree. And I don't know why you would need a cock ring with a watch on it. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense, quite frankly. Literally, that, you know who it helps out? It helps the woman out more than it helps the guy out, quite frankly. Guy doesn't care. Guy's like, I'm not keeping track of time. The woman's just like, dude, seriously, I've been down here for 8.5 minutes. Wrap it up.
Hello.
Leave your cock ring in the parlor. You're listening to The 40-Year-Old Boy, and later, Ass or Cave. 20 questions, tight quarters.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Okay, first question. What's it smell like?
I smell chicken, cooking chicken.
All right. How did you get there?
Helicopter dropped me in.
All right. Describe the surface you're standing on.
Slick or moist?
Are you in Yosemite?
I don't know, I'll ask him. Two brave souls go where angels fear to tread. Ass or Cave on the Mike Schmidt Podcasting Network.
Ass!
During the break, my friend Lily pointed out that she thought the watch was a little big for a cock ring. I said, you don't see the watch, and if you had it in your hand, you would know. And she's like, no, she goes, I can see it online. That's too big for a cock ring. I said, but everything goes into the cock ring. I mean, it's not just, the whole kit and caboodle gets jammed in it. She's like, no, it doesn't matter. It's still too big. But I disagree. So we had that discussion, which was you're now better for hearing about. So my point is, go to tweakedaudio.com/40 and buy the cock ring watch and then put it on and write me and tell me if it worked.
Send me pictures.
Yeah, and send Lily a picture, write me and send me a note, and we can figure it out, because this is a debate. This is a fierce debate that we're not going to be able to solve. And I can tell you this, that's 38-year-old Lily would say, she would have agreed immediately that was the perfect size for a cock ring watch. But 45-year-old Lily, she's willing to settle. So yeah, I disagree with you, but that's fine. And I have them at home. I mean, I guess I could, we could actually do this. We could make this a controlled experiment if I wanted to. I could actually do it myself, but I think we throw it out to all of you folks. God forbid. Also, Lily will never open another text from me for the rest of her life. Wait a minute, that's all she's going to see is orange neoprene and go, oh no, really? But I'm not wrong. That's a cock ring watch. Go to Tweak Time. That's why it's called Tweak Time. Cock ring time. All right. Well, tweakedaudio.com/40 is their friends. Bruce is a friend. He just sent me 800 cock rings in the mail. That's if you're not my friend, I don't know why you'd do something like that. Holy shit. We are good friends now. You send me 800 cock rings in the mail. Boom. You and I are pals to the end. That's a great message. Hey, buddy, here's a bunch of cock rings for you. Thank you. Had I put the call out? Did I make it sound like I needed them? Because I was just telling Lily, I'm kind of a hoarder when it comes to things I might need. I buy 8 tubes of toothpaste. I buy 8 things of deodorant. I make sure I have them on hand. I got to have 800 cock rings. I know I have enough cock rings to last me to the next rapture, for Christ's sake. Fantastic. The first one came and it was a silent one. I'm sure you've heard. Yes, he said that Jesus showed up and is silently judging us, which is great. So now Jesus is all of our parents. Good. That's good to know. What? I'd rather Jesus came and created fucking earthquakes and took a bunch of people up to fucking heaven. But no. Jesus came and I love the idea that that was his get out, that guy. He's like, no, Jesus, it did start. He was here. He's just silently judging us. So now I got a picture of Jesus like in a lawn chair on the roof of Hollywood and Highland, just stroking his Jesus beard and going, I don't know about these people. Just silently judging us in silence. He's like, you know who he is? Fucking Jesus is Sue Richards from the Fantastic Four. Vope, invisible, just sitting there quietly, passive-aggressively judging us. All right. He's the Fantastic One. That's what Jesus is. He's just invisible, walking whenever you're going to do anything. Imagine that Jesus is over your shoulder stroking his Jesus beard. I don't know about this. Actually, that's actually in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 14:11. I don't know if it's Leviticus 14:11. I don't know about this. And so saith the Lord as he stroketh his Jesus beard. Oh, that's great. All right, he's silently judging us now until October, when apparently then we all go, which sucks because the fucking Phillies are going to make the World Series, and like around game 2 we're all getting sucked up to heaven. Maybe not all of us. Literally everyone will be gone except me and 800 cock rings. I'm just being like, this is great. So tweakedaudio.com, friendly, Cockring watches, beautiful earbuds. Go visit them at tweakedaudio.com/40. We also have another sponsor this week, folks. Lily is wide-eyed as I hold a piece of paper. And it's a piece of paper I have to hold so I remember all of this information because this person apparently decided that I needed to know everything there is to know about them and their company. It's not even a company. It's this is a guy. Look, I'm going to say his full name. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Am I supposed to? I guess I am. Micah Myers, who you may have enjoyed his work in the Halloween movies. He was fantastic. Chasing Jamie Lee Curtis, taking a wire hanger in the eyeball. Micah Myers, fantastic. A great actor. Wearing an inside-out Shatner mask and scaring the fuck out of me when I was a kid. Dunk. Da-dunk. Dunk. Da-dunk. Ding, 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 ding. God damn, I have the Halloween soundtrack. And I will tell you this. I have the Halloween soundtrack and the Escape from New York soundtrack. Okay? They're fantastic. John Carpenter, I love his fucking weird, awesome keyboard nonsense. But the Halloween soundtrack, if you buy it, it's got like 24 tracks on it. It is 21 different versions of the Halloween theme and then 3 other pieces of music. And they're all called something else. The House, The Yard, Laurie's House. And it's all the dun 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 dun, which I love. It was my ringtone on my phone for a long fucking time. But when you try to listen to the album in iTunes and listen to it in a row, you're like, dude, it's like Deadmau5 did a mix of the fucking Halloween theme. Oh, it's 21 and it's different variations. There's some cool ones too. Like there's one where he's, all right, I should take that back. There's 3 different pieces of music, but he's organized them into 25 different tracks. Because there's the one, bow, 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 bow. You got to do the little hands. You got to do like, if you folks would have seen me, I was like marching. Because the shape is creeping. He's creeping around hallways. And he's about to kill a naked PJ Souls and we get to see her breasts. God damn, I loved it. But how did I get into Halloween? Oh, so Micah Myers. That's how I got into it. Micah Myers, when he's not out killing young ladies, when he's not out having his legacy ruined by Rob Zombie, folks, Micah Myers is a guy who makes comic book wallets.
What?
That's right. If you go to Etsy, that's etsy.com/shop/Micah Myers. And I need to spell this for you. It's MICAHMYERS. You know what's funny? Didn't I just say I don't know if I should say his full name? His full name's in the goddamn address for the shop. What if I didn't say it? I can't give this guy's full name, but Jesus Christ, you won't believe the amazing work that he's done. It's etsy.com/shop/Micah Myers. And he makes comic book wallets. And I can't even explain how great they are. He sent me over there. Although I will say, all right, look, this is for anybody who's 9. Any 9-year-olds out there listening, go ahead and buy a comic book wallet, or nerdy type people. If you're nerdy type people, I should throw this in your lap. Why the fuck am I savaging this guy already? Literally, I'm 5 minutes in. You know why? Because I'm 43, and as much as I like the idea of a comic book wallet, like I would never use one. All right, I have to be honest. I can't even explain to you. When I say comic book wallet, seriously, it's a wallet with Batman on it, but he makes it somehow. And I don't know how. He thought it would be a good idea, and then he did it. And they're only $3. That's the thing that's amazing. You could show up at his place with $100 and clean him out of his entire stock. You could buy every single. I actually like the idea of that. Do me a favor, place a $100 order worth of stuff over there at etsy.com/shop/Micah Myers. And I just picture him furiously folding comic books into watches. What, you're looking? Yeah, they're pretty cool, right? There's watches. There's wallets with Batman on them. There's wallets with the X-Men. There's wallets with Spider-Man, and they're you know what they are? They're for specialized hipster type people who would use a Spider-Man wallet. Look, I can't use a Spider-Man wallet because I'm a grown man. I don't know what the fuck you people do with your time, but Micah Myers at Etsy.com/shop/Micah Myers is making these comic book wallets. Although I will say this, all right, I looked at his most recent comic book wallet. Because he makes them periodically and he adds new ones. All right. And I will tell you this too. He also does custom wallets. So if you were to write him and go, hey dude, I really want a wallet with Dagwood on it. I don't know why you would. Who wants a Dagwood Bumstead wallet? Maybe you do. Holding a giant sandwich. Maybe that's the kind of person you are. And he will do his best to go ahead and make you a Dagwood Bumstead wallet. And guess what? Even if you want a custom option, the wallet is still only $3. How amazing is that? I don't know how he gets away with doing it for $3, but like I said, if you get $100, you can buy his entire stock out and make him fold all night, whatever the fuck. I don't know how he makes them. I don't know if they're made out of paper or leather or plastic. I don't fucking know. All I know is they look fucking amazing. But the wallet that he just made, the most recent one that he put up, as far as this I was gonna say writing. this speaking. It's Batman holding Robin. Batman he's comforting Robin, Tim Drake Robin, because Robin found his dead father outside. That's on a new wallet. So now, every time you go to Arby's or every time you go anywhere, you can pull out your wallet and go, oh, remember when Robin's dad died? Are you fucking kidding me? Why, you know what? Why not just turn mouse into a fucking wallet so that everybody can remember the Holocaust every time they go and they put any fucking money anywhere? Jesus Christ. I don't understand it, but I mean, I guess that's what he does. Batman and, hey, Robin, there's your, and you know what's funny? If you look on the wallet, the dead father is like there too. He's like right in the corner. It's like, oh, look, we squeezed the dead guy's head into the wallet as well. So if you weren't depressed enough watching Robin sob in Batman's arms, let's go ahead and include his dead father here in the picture. I don't get it, but that's fine. He makes custom options. If you said to him, say, make me a Holocaust watch out of mouse, I'm sure he'd do it. $3 God, you can't do any better than that. So if you go to, like I said, I will tell you, he's got several. If you can follow him on Twitter at twitter.com/Micah Myers _Etsy, and that's ETSY. And he has a Facebook page too. All right. And I'm going to tell you this. I can't give you the Facebook page address. All right, because it's so fucking long. He didn't like get a like one of those custom ones. So if you go to if you go onto Facebook and you just search for Micah Myers Comic Book Creations, you will find him. It's Micah MICAH Myers Comic Book Creations. Search that in Facebook and the page will come up. And then if you want to like his page, that would help me out. If you want to go ahead and go to follow him on Twitter, that's pretty cool. And if you want to buy $3 fucking Batman wallets, go ahead and do that. Again, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. I don't need a Batman wallet. I have 800 cock rings I don't know what to fucking do with. Except look at them and go, oh, time to jerk off. That's the only thing that those are good for. But I have those in my house. I got enough stuff in my house, so I can't buy a wallet. Although, hold on a second. Hold the phone, Chuck. What if Mex got him a painting and he made a custom 40-year-old boy Little Schmitty wallet? What if he did that? And what if we were to offer that on his website for sale? And I would take all the money. Hey, hold on a second. That sounds like something I'm up for. Hold on. I just thought of that. Jesus. You know, I should have thought of that when he and I were talking about him sponsoring the goddamn show.
Yeah.
That would have made sense. I could have pitched it, and then it would have been ready for people to go and look at. It would have been already right there. And I probably should have run this by Mex to see if he wants his artwork to be bastardized and pressed against ass cheeks for the rest of its fucking life. I mean, I don't know what he wants. All right, forget I said all that. Well, that's something that could possibly happen. I'll talk to Micah. I'll talk to Mex. Because, look, I don't run anything, folks. I'm not in charge. I told you that. I'm at the beck and call of Bruce at tweakedaudio.com/40, and I get paid in cock rings. Who the fuck am I? So, I mean, with Micah Myers and his crazy wallets that he makes, his Batman wallet and his fucking Hong Kong Phooey wallet and whoever the fuck is on there, if I want to make a custom 40-year-old boy wallet, again, I don't even know if he can. I don't know what he needs. I have no idea. So I got to talk to Mex and talk to Micah. You know what? I need a 3M conference call. That's what I need. I need a Mex, a Micah, and a Mike. You know, it's a 4M, Micah Myers. I get a Micah Myers with a Mex and a Mike on the phone. Micah Mex and Micah Myers. Get them all on the goddamn phone and figure this out. Maybe we make a custom 40-year-old boy wallet. Because I'm always looking for shit you won't buy, folks. But in the meantime, until that comes to fruition, until we go ahead and make it, go to etsy.com/shop/Micah Myers and check out the amazing selection of wallets. And also hear the testimonials from people like Lady Talon. I love my new wallet so much, I don't even want to use it. Thank you. Let me tell you something, folks. That is truly the hallmark of any good product. If you love it so much, you can't be bothered to use it ever. If you're like, fuck, I can't touch that. It's too awesome. That's how I feel about the pile of cock rings in my house. Jesus Christ, those are orange cock ring? That's fucking fantastic. Lime green cock ring? What am I, John Ritter and Skin Deep? Oh my gosh. Or maybe you could hear from Sin Hollow. Cool idea. My son loves this. Great communication with seller and super fast shipping. Thank you. Or you could hear from Kachoo. What the fuck is wrong with people? Hey, Kachoo, just tell him your name is Fred. I mean, you don't have to be Kachoo. Is that like a sneeze? Is that what he's going for? Or is he going for like Cthulhu? But it's Kachoo. Kchuu. Here's what Kachoo says. I was looking for a thin, convenient, yet still nerdy wallet. Yes, of course you were, Kachoo. Because your name is Kachoo. I picture Kachoo, his entire life is just centered around, fuck, I need a thin yet flexible nerdy plate to eat my dinner on. You know what? I need a thin, convenient, yet still nerdy car to drive around in because I'm Kachu, the mythical creature known as Kachu. I need a thin, convenient, yet still nerdy pair of socks to wear this evening as I watch a Doctor Who marathon alone again. Fuck you, Kachu. I am the goddamn walrus. Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck you, Kachu. Oh, I need a thin, convenient, yet still nerdy bowl to pour my ironic cereal in. Because I'm eating breakfast for dinner because I'm a hipster loser, Kachu. Why am I shitting on Kachu? He bought wallets from Micah. Oh my God, Kachu's a lady. Kachu's a lady. I'm the only chica at my work with a Blue Beetle wallet, and it rocks. Of course you are, Kachu. Because you work with people. You work with human beings. You work with grown-ups. Nobody else has a Blue Beetle wallet, Kachu. Why am I shitting on Kachu? If she buys a Blue Beetle wallet, she's got to buy a little Schmitty wallet, right? Hey, Kachu, I send this out to you. I rescind my fuck you. Buy a wallet, too. I'm Dr. Seuss. This is fucking awesome. And actually, I think Kachu is from the Lorax, right? Wasn't it? The Lorax spoke for the trees, and then he hired the lawyer Kachu to speak for him at his hearing, right? Oh, Kachu. Hey, Kachu, you want to buy one of 800 cock rings that I have on my fucking floor at my house? Kachu, do you need a thin, convenient, yet still nerdy cock ring for you and your boyfriend? I put boyfriend in quotation marks because obviously you are in love with someone on TV that you cannot say his name, someone from Bones or Fringe or one of those other shows that I'm sure you send a tennis ball to the network to save. Kachu. Her Blue Beetle wallet. I'm the only one at work with my Blue Beetle. Really? What a shock. You know why? Because you don't work with the Blue Beetle. That's the only reason. Because that's the only entity on Earth who would also have a Blue Beetle wallet. Oh, Kachu. So, look, you know what? 40 Kachus can't be wrong, folks. Go to etsy.com/shop/Micah Myers or go to twitter.com/Micah Myers_Etsy, ETSY, or go to Facebook and search for Micah Myers Comic Book Creations because I'm not about to give you a PHP ampersand fucking exclamation point 900 fucking digit number to find him. But if you go search Micah Myers Comic Book Creations, you will find a page on Facebook. Go like his page. Follow him on Twitter if you want. Again, I don't care if you do or you don't. That's fine. But you can go to the Wallet House and go ahead to the Etsy shop and pick up a Batman wallet and if you want, seriously, let's make this happen. He does custom work. So make him make some, horrible fucking like wallet and then send me a picture of it or send me a note about it. Like there's enough graphic novels out there that are fucking disgusting. Make just some bloody head ripped off fucking, like 40 Days of Night. Is that what it was? 30 Days of Night? 10 Days of Night? I don't know. It's a bunch of fucking Days of Night. It's a bunch of vampires and shit. Find some bloody picture and tell him to make you a goddamn wallet out of it. That'd be awesome. Or you could go with the Blue Beetle option. But do me a favor. If you work with Kachu, don't get the Blue Beetle wallet because you will crush her delicate hipster psyche. Or maybe you go that route. If you work with Kachu, go out to lunch, and when she orders her, whatever the fuck, ironic puff pastry, and you get your food, whip out your Blue Beetle wallet and go, I got this one, and watch Kachu just retreat within herself because she's not nearly as precious or special as she thought she was with her fucking Blue Beetle wallet. I'm not awful. Take that, Kachu. All right. I'm sure Kachu is a lovely woman. So go buy wallets from Micah Myers. All right. And buy cock rings from tweakedaudio.com/40. Folks, I'm disappointed. I'll tell you that. I will tell you this right now. There's disappointment coursing through my veins. I'm a failure. I've told you this. I'm 43 years old, and I can only do one thing, and I'm doing it right here. I'm doing it right now. And I think I do it well, but I'm trying to get more people to hear me do it, but it doesn't temper my disappointment. Things get away from you, and you wind up going, oh, man, I'm so sad. There's nothing I can do about that. Things arise, and you can't get out of your own way. You can't fix it. You wish you could. There's things out of your control that you can't fix. And I got to tell you, folks, I have never in my life been more disappointed than I am by Lindsay Lohan's nipples. Now, folks, I don't even, this isn't even a fucking joke. What a tragedy. what a tragedy Lindsay Lohan's nipples are. I don't think I have never been let down more in my life by a body part, I don't think, in my entire fucking breathing existence on this planet. Not even my own fat gut has caused me so much grief as Lindsay Lohan's nipples. Jesus Christ, because the promise was there. The promise of Lindsay Lohan's nipples, I was like, "Oh my God." Again, that picture of her in the fucking ankle bracelet, I won't lie. I've jerked off to it. That picture of her in the bikini with the ankle bracelet. I have. The picture of her looking like Anne Margaret Slinky in the bikini on the bed. Oh my God, dude. Look, Lindsay Lohan used to be something. Holy shit, she used to be something. And the thing is, with strategic things covered up, you were always like, oh man, I can't even imagine what she would look like naked. It would be fucking atrocious. And then, look, I don't even care that she's a drunk. I don't even care that she's a felon. I don't even care about all those things, but what are you looking them up? You've never seen them? Oh, dude. You know what? Should I now I want to take a break just so you can see him, because it's going to take you forever to fucking look at him, and you're not focusing on me. I need focus on me, folks. We all know that, right? But I have never been more disappointed by a body part in my entire life than I am by Lindsay Lohan's nipples. Because here's the thing. All right, we've been teased with them many times. You seeing them through like a gauzy film. Oh my God, they look fucking amazing. Through a shirt like Pokies, like fucking with no bra. Oh my God, because look, those tits are amazing. Lindsay Lohan's tits are amazing. Again, I don't care if she fucking smokes all the crack in the world. I don't care if she runs over every little kid in a stroller. I don't care if she steals from every jewelry store and on the Miracle Mile. Her tits are fucking amazing. And so the whole time you're waiting to see her pose naked, because it's like, look, she's hit the skids, right? She's hit bottom. She's done a million. She's shoplifting, for Christ's sake. How fucking much lower could she get? So I was going, well, fuck, she's got to pose nude, right? And when she was going to pose nude, it's going to be fantastic. But Jesus Christ, I was waiting to see those tits unveiled. And then this week, she's in the surf. And first there was a picture of her. She was doing some modeling on a balcony. And it was like a blurry photo. And you looked in and you saw her tits. And there was no nipple. All right, you couldn't see it. But it was a full breast. You know what? I got to take a break because I'm serious. No, it's okay, because I will help you find it, and then you'll see and you'll know what I'm talking about. Folks, I'll be right back. Hold on. Listen to this.
Lily, I can see your nipples.
All right, now I'm back, and I've led Lily to see the nipples online. And I will tell you, all right, let me start at the beginning of the Lindsay Lohan nipple saga. I've seen her nipples before. Okay, I've seen them, like she was in New York Magazine and she dressed up like Marilyn Monroe and you could kind of see them. But again, it was through like a gauzy film, and she did everything, she probably tugged them to make them hard, and then they put rouge on them to give them some color, which, and they still looked okay, but they were disappointing. I won't lie to you, but I was like, but you know what? Maybe it's through the gauzy film. Maybe that's what the problem is. And in black and white, you're like, oh, look, there's nipples. They're black and white nipples. They work. But she was doing this modeling. You could see her whole tit, and there was no nipple. And it's because, here's why. Because you would think it's because, oh, well, it's too far away or it's too blurry. No, it's because Lindsay Lohan, she has Sue Richards nipples. She has Sue Richards' Invisible Girl nipples, because her whole body, she looks like Casper the fucking Ghost. If it wasn't for her freckles, you wouldn't even see Lindsay Lohan. Literally, it just, because we don't even see her. All it looks like is bad extensions and freckles carrying a vodka tonic. That's all you see in a nightclub. That's why she gets into so much trouble. Nobody knows she's even fucking there, because it just looked like a drunk Casper floating around with birthmarks all over it. So you see her tit, and you're like, there's no nipple, and I'm like, oh, what a bummer, man. I mean, this is a wide open shot of her tits. How are we not getting a nipple? But then the very next day, she's out in the surf. She's like swimming around, and a wave hit her, and oops, her top came off. Yeah, sure, oops. But she's holding her tit, and you see her nipple, and it's pink, and not even like good pink, like not. It's like unappetizing, like baby mole pink. You know what I mean? Like. You know what I mean? Like when you see, when rats have babies and they're hairless and they're blind and they're in the bottom of it, like lying in sawdust. It looked like her nipple was lying in sawdust. Like I'm waiting for her nipple to grow up and start drinking out of the bottle and start running in the wheel. Jesus Christ, I was so disappointed when I saw her nipples, because her tits are perfect. When you have perfect tits, because look, I'm a dark nipple man. I'm not going to lie to you folks. I like a dark nipple. I like an areola, and I like fucking nipples. All right. I don't fuck around. I mean, nipples are cool when you're like, oh, those are okay. But I want them You know what? I remember I said I live in 3D and I want things that are comfortably 3D or in 2D. Fuck that. I want 3D nipples. I want them right there in my goddamn face. That's what I want. And I see Lindsay Lohan's nipples and they look like a tiny animal that's not raised to. Oh, they're so bad. They're so bad. You agree? I made Lily see them, and finally she agrees because her tits are perfect. Jesus Christ, she's got perfect tits, and then those nipples on the end. It's like, I mean, it's like a bird without a song. Oh my God. It is such a tragedy when you see them. You see those perfect tits, and it's like, and then you see Naomi Watts. And you see Naomi Watts walking around with like I happen to like Naomi Watts' tits. All right, they're small, but they look good on her frame. But Jesus Christ, her nipples are like literally half a pinky, and they're fucking amazing. And that's the thing. Look, I don't need Lindsay Lohan to have Farrah's nipples, and I don't need Lindsay Lohan to have Naomi Watts' nipples. But Jesus, fuck, it would be fantastic if she had those nipples, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that make the thing work? Instead of looking just like so sad and lonely, like because they blend in. She's so white and they blend in. Like the only reason you see them is because they're. It looks like a blister. Oh my God, they're so attractive. Oh. This is why she's drunk herself into a stupor, because she realizes she has perfect tits and the worst nipples in the world. That's it. That's exactly why she's gone off the rails. You know what? Her tits, her nipples, they're like her acting career. It's like, forever we were just like, oh my God, The Promise. They're going to be so amazing. When they were young, you were like, these are going to be unbelievable when they get older. I can't wait to see how these develop. And then you see them now and you're like, yeah, fucking lock them up. Throw them in jail. They're not, they are a complete failure, a waste of talent. That's what her nipples are. Her nipples are as big a waste of talent as she has done with her fucking acting career. God damn it. Why are you making a pouty face? It is sad. But but what are we going to do about it? Nothing we can do about it. What are we going to do about it? I don't know. Hey, tweakedaudio.com/40. Do you make nipple rings? Because if she had barbells in them, they'd look okay. You know what I mean? Because then they'd be sticking out all the time and you could probably pull it off. But just, they look so bad. Oh my God. It's like, although I got to be, look, all right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes, it is a disappointment. But it's the confluence of having perfect tits and horrible nipples. That makes it such a tragedy. I can't say that they're the most disappointing body part I've ever seen in my life, because Jesus Christ, when I saw Britney Spears' vagina, all I could think about is how she got a car to crash into it. I was like, you have got to be joking. When I saw that, when she was walking out of the car and she was a Paris Hilton and they're carrying her and you get the gupper shot from the back, and I'm just like, oh my God, that just, it looks like, you know what it looks like? And look, Lindsay Lohan's vagina is no prize either. All right, I've seen that. You see her getting out of a car, getting out of a canoe. You know what it looks like? It looks like Zorro went to link his Z in a ham and got bored. Oh my God! That's what Lindsay Lohan and Britney Spears' vagina looked like. If you thought the nipple looked like a little hairless mole, when you at least see their vagina, because they... And I'm a guy who loves vaginas. I love the way, I think they're beautiful. I love the way they look. But that's what it looks like. It looks like Zorro was going to carve his Z into a ham and went, I'm done. I'm good enough. And then he backed off. Jesus Christ. It was terrible. You know what? Both of their vaginas look like they were delivered by Micah Myers. That's what they look like. Literally, he was chasing Lori. He showed me PJ Souls' tits, and then he took an axe to fucking Lindsay and Brittany and went, there you go, done. Oh, man. Because when you see those vaginas, you hear the Halloween theme come fucking right out of there. Ding, 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 ding. Boy, you want to put a William Shatner mask on something, throw it on the goddamn Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan vagina trifecta. It's not a trifecta, it's a duo. I saw her nipples and I was so disappointed. Oh, what a fucking failure. What a whiff. That's God's cruel trick. It's like when that guy was, all he wanted to do was read, but everybody kept fucking bothering him, and then he's the only guy on earth and he breaks his fucking glasses. That's fucking horrible. Well, although I guess that's a Twilight Zone episode, really. That wasn't exactly God's cruel trick. That was a Burgess Meredith fine performance. That's what it was. God had nothing to do with it. Invisible Jesus just stroked his beard in the writer's room and went, yes, I enjoy it. He breaks his glasses. Fantastic. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. What am I looking for? It's like when you have the monkey's paw and you got to make 3 wishes and all of a sudden your dead kid comes back and he pounds on your door and you're pissed. It's like that. No, it isn't like that at all. I don't know. Who cares? You got bad nipples, all right? That's the bottom fucking line. It's terrible. And her it's just the whole thing's a mess. Because in theory, it should work. It's like, in theory, seriously, in theory, the whole Lohan package should work. But then you get a peek at the nipples and you look at that fucking, the rest of it. You're like, oh no, you work in clothes. You're better in clothes. She's good in clothes. It's a shame because, I mean, that body is fucking, oh my God. Although she got a crazy flat ass. Her ass looks like a peanut butter sandwich, like with Wonder Bread, just like flat, like just. I mean, look, she's hot. Dude, I wouldn't say I wouldn't fucking rail the hell out of her. Of course I would. God damn it. That would be, please. By the time I was finished with her, there wouldn't be a cock ring left unused in my apartment. There'd just be a pile of discarded cock rings and freckles. That's all you'd find in my house. Literally, cock rings covered in freckles and just cigarette smoke. That's all we would fucking have. Holy shit, I would blast the hell out of her. Not even if that, it wouldn't even be a fucking issue. You want to talk about, I would Micah Myers the shit out of that chick. And then I'd make her into a goddamn wallet. All right. That's what, you actually do that. Print out a picture of her getting out of a car and have him make with her vagina and have him make that a wallet. What's wrong with, he wants to do comic wallets. What's wrong with, he could do porn wallets, right? Couldn't Micah branch out? Make some porn wallets, Micah. God damn it. Why don't you make some goddamn porn wallets and make some real money? Yeah. You paid $3 for the comic books and that's fine. You get people like Kachu on board. Although maybe Kachu buys a porn wallet. I don't know what Kachu does. Kachu's like, oh, I'm the only one with a blue beetle and a blue waffle wallet. I can't. That's fucking horrible. Sorry. All right. Dude, no one wants a blue waffle wallet. All right. Sorry. Don't look that up. By all means, everybody. And I'm speaking to you, Zelda. You know who you are. There's a woman who listens to the show in Canada. Whenever I say anything horrible, she goes and looks it up. And then she goes, oh, why'd you tell me to look that up? No, I did not. All I did was say it, and I said, do not look it up. You do not want to see it. Holy God, Zelda, back away from your computer. Zelda wanted to bring me to Canada, but she wanted me to bring me like some small like logging town. Like, I mean, she's like, I live an hour away from a big city. I don't want to say where she lives. All of a sudden, it's like, look, it's the only Zelda in Canada. I've just fucking ruined everything. Now people are going to hunt her down. That's not good. And fucking email her pictures of a blue waffle wallet. Oh, don't make one of those. Micah, please don't make that. I got to stop even saying it. It's horrible. All right, stop. Okay. But yeah, Lindsay Lohan's nipples are just an American tragedy. Oh, terrible. The kind of things like literally if it was the 1500s, they would write, folk songs and sing them about them, how terrible they were and what a failure they were and how they let down the populace and how the serfs had looked to them to lead them out of fucking bondage. And unfortunately, they were too pink to get the job done. Oh, they're awful. All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She's going to stop listening now. That's a bummer. I lost Lohan. Hopefully Zelda sticks around, but I think I lost Lohan with this show. All right. Where are we at? I don't even know where we're at.
3 days.
Yeah, it's been long. That's not that long. It's a lot longer.
16 right now.
That's not long at all. We're good. See, we're coming into the wire here. It's a lot of fun. He packed into a $1.16. I can get out of here, probably, right?
Don't
Can
you
I?
still have to talk about the funniest thing you ever saw?
Oh.
Boston and all of that.
Why that? Yeah. Or yeah.
You go.
All
We
right.
got a 3-hour show happening here.
No, we don't. We do not. We absolutely do not. But all right. I have to tell you this thing that happened. I wanted to, because it just happened. It literally just happened today. Oh, Christ. All right. I left the house. All right. Now, folks, you all know my policy. I say hello to everybody. It's what I do. Whether they be in my apartment, they be on the street, they be at a store. If it's a normal person, I say hello and hope they say hello back. If it's a homeless person, I say, I can't help you today. Sorry about that. Good luck. I acknowledge everybody as a human being and I look them in the eyes. It's become hard to do that because earbuds have become more and more invisible thanks to tweakedaudio.com/40. So the general populace is walking around in their tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds and all they see is me walk up and mouth. And they just think I'm a crazy person and they nod or they give me a weird look. And that's on me because I try to be friendly to everyone. And look, I also want to sell earbuds for tweakedaudio.com/40. And I want to sell, comic book wallets to everyone as well. That's usually what happens. I walk down the street, I see a random passerby. He's rifling through his Falcon wallet. He's looking through his Luke Cage Power Man wallet. and his Iron Fist wallet, and he's got his tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds on, and that's it. He's not acknowledging me at all. But I still make it a point to say hello to everybody. So I come walking out of my apartment building, and there was like a dumpy Hispanic guy there. He's kind of a pear-shaped dude, and he had his back to me. I don't say hi to people if they have their back to me. I should tell you that. So I walk out, and he starts bending. He's like limbering up. He's bending over, stretching. So I figure he's jogging or whatever. So then he stands up and he turns around to face me, and he faces me, and I go, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's got fucking earbuds in. The even dumpy Hispanic guy has bought tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds. And so I handed him a cock ring and sent him on his way. That's what I did. Here you go, fella. Because that's who I am. I'm Johnny Cockring. I got enough now. Not to be confused with Johnny Cochran, who said if it does not fit, you must acquit. I'm Johnny Cockring, who says if it does not fit, you must fuck her tits. So you can't go vagina if it does not fit. You got to keep it right out of that cock wallet. You can't jam it in there. If it does not fit, you must fuck her tits. Even if her nipples are terrible. It does not matter. Just, you know what? You'll get through it. If you look down and she's got bad nipples, look down at the watch and just count the minutes and fuck her tits. All right. I am fucking great. Great. That's right, baby. I just fucking thought of that. Oh, God damn it. I'm the best. Fucking short show or not. See, you were all over me. You were telling me to cut this show short. If I cut this show short, we don't have that fun. That bit of fun that we just had. All right, folks. So Hispanic Joe does his fucking limbering, and he looks at me and I say, "How's it going?" I should have said, K, he probably said K, whatever the fuck. He doesn't understand English anyway. Why am I saying hello to him? But then he jogs off. So this is not this funny, but it was funny to me. And if you had seen it happen, you would think it was funny as well. I will hopefully make you think it was as funny as I think it is. I have to walk out the concrete walkway to my car. So I turn, my car's down the block. So as I turn and I start walking up the street, I see up the block, there's a guy coming. So I'm getting ready with my fine how do you do that I'm going to drop in his face. Earbuds, no earbuds, whatever the fuck. I'm going to say hi to this guy. But here's what I do. When people are approaching me, it's like a gunfight. All right. Because they never know if I'm a crazy person. I don't know if they're Looney Tunes. But I'm going to say hello. They don't know if I'm going to talk to them. It's that weird, you know what? Every person you pass on the street is like the worst first date you've ever had. Because they anticipate, it's like a blind date. Because you see them coming and you're coming and you're like, oh, I don't know how this is going to break out. I mean, it could be a crazy guy. It could be somebody who's very nice and returns my gaze. Who the fuck knows? But he's a block away. He's walking up the block and we're going to meet about halfway because that's where my car is. So, but here's what my trick is. Usually I avert my eyes. I don't look at the person as they're walking up the block because I don't want them to get a read on me. I don't want them to make me, all right? I want to sneak up on them with a hello, you know what I mean? So then they're like, oh, hello. Because I don't want them to decide, I don't want to say hello to that dude. I want to look down and pretend like I'm not going to say hi to them. Then when I look up just as they approach me, because I'll basically look up and they're within 2 steps of me. We're about to meet and I'll say, hey, how's it going? Because it also makes it less awkward. Because let's put it this way. If you're a block away and we're walking toward one another and I'm staring at you the whole time, just waiting to say hello. I've got a hello in me that I can't wait to fucking spray all over you. You want nothing to do with that. You're like, fuck, this guy's been staring at me because then it really looks like a gunfight. Then it's like, we're just approaching one another. We're taking steps. And this guy's like, I got to cross the street and get away from this motherfucker. He has locked his gaze on me and won't let it go. It's like a cheetah or something. He's going to fucking take me down and tear my fucking jugular out. So I don't look at them. I make sure not to look at people because I don't want to make them uncomfortable. I just want to say hello. And I don't even want to fucking say hello. I've just decided that I'm going to say hello because we're too impersonal in this society. Everybody walking around with their fucking earbuds on and ignoring people and speaking different languages. So he's approaching me and I'm approaching. And he's a good-looking kid. Thin, strapping, baseball hat, young man. And I'll be honest, good-looking, like sandy, blonde, fucking surfer hair tossed and fucking blue eyes that I can even see from half a block away. And I'm happy, quite frankly, to be wearing a cock ring at this point. It sounds like I'm going to bone this guy. It's a good thing I didn't stare at him. He thought I was going to bend him down and tag him in the ass. All right. So he's walking. I'm walking. I'm averting my eyes. I'm not looking. I glance up periodically to make sure he's close. And I see where my car is. So I actually kind of adjust my gait to make sure I can say hi to him before I have to veer off to my car. Because now it would be rude to not say hello. because as he's approaching me and I'm approaching my car, what if he gets right near me and then I just fucking clam up and I turn left, hard left to my car? That would suck, because now it's been a block of anticipation of what's going to happen, and then I just fucking diffuse it. And I also don't want to look scared to this motherfucker. I don't want to look like I was scared and I ran away from him. So I'm going to meet his eyes and I'm going to say hello, and then fucking get in my car and get out of it. It's like a proud American would. He's walking, I'm walking. He's walking, I'm walking. I'm carrying my little cooler of Propels and notebooks. And he's approaching, I'm approaching. There's a big fucking tree in my yard, you know what I mean? It's out front, and there's my car, it's under the tree, and but I'm slowing up a little bit to make sure that I can time it to say hello right when I get to my car. Because also, folks, if you know anything about me, you know I have OCD. So I've counted the steps from my house. So when I walked in this morning, I knew it was 58 steps from my car to the front gate of my house. So I'm counting the steps, and as I get to like 40, I'm like, oh, I got to slow down because he's not going to get here, and I don't want to hit 58 before he gets here. So I make this arbitrary deadline in my head. Yes, it's weird. It's stupid. It's crazy, but at least I acknowledge it and I know that it's true. And for all I know, he's counting all his steps. He might even be counting my steps. He might even be going, wow, at the 58th step, he's got to make it left, so I better hustle up there and get a hello. He might know that about me. So I'm walking. I'm at like step 40, and then I kind of slow down a little bit, but not really slow. I don't want to look like I'm slowing down to meet him. And he's walking at a brisk pace. And he gets about 5 steps away from me, and now I'm near the tree. I'm near my car. He's right there. I'm there. And I'm going to say hello. It's time to say hello to this guy. This anticipation has built. We have stared at one another for a block. I've averted my eyes, of course, because I didn't want to make him completely uncomfortable, but he knows what he's in for. He sees me coming. He knows I'm just about on step 58. He probably even knows that's my car. He's been casing the joint. This guy has figured me out from the jump, and he knows who I am and what I'm driving. But he still wants to get his hello out of it, as far as I know, because he hasn't veered off. He didn't cross the street. I'm certainly not going to cross the fucking street. You're not going to talk me out of a salutation, motherfucker. So I'm walking, he's walking. We get close to one another. We're just about 2 steps away, and I look up and I go, hello, and he goes, hey, and a bird flies out of the tree right into his fucking head. Into his fucking head! Right into his head! I looked up, it was that quick. Hello, hi, smack! A fucking bird, and it tweeted, like it fucking made a tweet noise, like tweet, tweet, smack, and it looked like a fucking, we looked like we were on the Gaza Strip, and a rock got thrown across the street and nailed him in the fucking head. A bird, I saw it literally that fucking fast. Hello, hey, boom! Tweet, 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 and it fucking pirouettes off. He goes down on the fucking ground. His baseball hat flew off, and he's on the ground. He looks like he got killed. And I'm standing there. It happened that fucking fast. Like, it was literally, hi, tweet, tweet, bam! Down on the ground. And the bird bounces off his head and spins off into the fucking building and smacks like the sound. You know what? Because it's got like that weird like aluminum siding. It sounded like if you threw a tennis ball hard off the side of my fucking building. Like if you were pitching off a garage door like you did when you were a kid. Holy shit. It was the small bird. Thank God it wasn't a crow, because this guy's still dead. If it's a crow, this guy's dead, and I slink off and leave the body on the goddamn sidewalk. Holy shit. He fucking got nailed. It was gorgeous. It was like a movie. It was like a goddamn movie. My head's down. He's walking. I'm walking. I finally take one step and I look up and I go, hey, what's up? And he goes, hey, dude. Bam! It swooped out of the tree. It came flying out of the tree and it hit him right in the side of the head. And his baseball hat flew off. The bird pirouetted into the building and he hits the fucking ground. And I went, oh, dude! Because what else do you say? I couldn't say anything else at that point. I could have ran. I probably should have ran. Oh, dude. He got hit by a fucking, just this kamikaze bird. Like, I don't know what the fucking kind of bird it was. I didn't even bother to look. But it fucking, it like spun off into the fucking building, smash, and hit the ground. And I went, oh, dude. And he's laying on the ground, and he stands up, and he's just groggy, and he's got like a cut like on his head from the beak or the fucking feet. I don't know what the hell it was, but and he stands up, and I go, dude, are you okay? And he goes, I'm fine. And he just grabs his hat and keeps walking. I'm fine. Said it twice. I'm fine. Grabs his hat, walks off. Leaves me standing there. And I just start laughing Because the absurdity of seeing this guy get clocked by a fucking bird right in front, I mean, literally a foot in front of me. Hey, what's up? Hey, dude. Bam! Tweet, 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 smash! Down on the ground. Hat flies. His hat flew off. And the thing that drove me crazy, he just grabs his hat and he walks off. He takes off. Listen to me. If you're on the street and you see another guy and you get hit in the head by a fucking bird to the point where you leave your feet and you're bleeding, you might have, like, you know, sparrow and mouth disease. You don't know what the fuck you got now. You could have worm bacteria coursing through your head because of the cut. How do you not look at me and go, can you fucking believe that just happened? How do you not have that discussion with me? How do you pick up your hat and go on with your day like nothing happened? You just got fucking laid low by a goddamn robin. An oriole just burst out and smashed into your temple, knocked you off your feet, knocked you out. Laid you on the ground, bleeding, hat flying, and then speared off into the goddamn bed. And you don't want to talk about it? How do you not want to talk about it? I want to talk about it forever. That's why I wanted to talk about it in the beginning of the fucking show. Hey, it just happened to me. It was the funniest fucking thing I'd ever seen. And I'm like, I got to talk to somebody, anybody. I got to fucking talk to somebody about this. But I couldn't open the show with that. Do you see now why I couldn't open the show with that? How the fuck do you top a guy getting a finch in the head? You can't. That guy took a grouse to the temple. Holy shit, are you kidding me? That guy got fucking American Eagled right in front of me, knocked to his feet. Oh, dude. Well, how do you not want to talk to me about it? What do? You grab your hat and you walk up embarrassed? Don't be embarrassed. This is something we need to share for the rest of our lives. We need to exchange email addresses and write each other on this date every year forward. This is the day the birds fought back. And you were a victim, and I saw it, and we shared it. Who are you going to tell about this now? You have to share this with me. Why the fuck are you leaving? God damn it, stay here. And that's expecting a lot, because he didn't even want to say hello to me. All right? I fucking buffaloed that guy into a hello, but then I saw him get laid low by a goddamn egret. Oh, man. I guess he was embarrassed, but what are you embarrassed about, man? Did he think I summoned it? Maybe he thinks I'm the one who's responsible. Maybe he thinks I have unholy powers over falcons all over the fucking universe, and I can summon them to hit some hipster in the head in front of my building. Maybe that's why he shoveled off. He's like, holy shit, what's next? This guy attacked me with a fucking owl. What the fuck? What's next? I don't know what this guy's going to bring forth from this unholy tree in front of his goddamn apartment building. I'm writing this movie. I am. I'm writing this movie. It's going to be called The 58th Step. I actually think that's in Leviticus 11:14 too. The 58th step. On the 58th step, he brought forward an ostrich to wreak havoc on the public. So take that, folks. If you see me walking down the fucking street, be prepared to say hello to me and my winged friends. Because I bring death from on high. You guys can get me at MikeandMikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can follow me at Twitter.com/the40yearoldboy. You can go be my friend at Facebook.com/the40yearoldboy. You can write a note to our friend Lily Von Stupp here. You can follow her on Twitter at Twitter.com/Lily Von Stupp. You can be her friend at Facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp. And you can, our friend David Hernandez, if you want to go to my page and go to Mike Schmidt Incorporated, you can find David Hernandez, who does all the artwork and the music for the show. Be his friend through my page at Facebook. And if you want to write Lily a personal note, maybe a 9-paragraph note about something that she doesn't care about. And that she will then answer you in kind. You can write her a note at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com.
Zazzle.com/40yearold boy. Please buy all his stuff.
You know what I forgot to say when I was telling the bird story, and I thought about it, and I got run into the ending. I wish I could see what people seeing it from like windows or from a porch thought. because there's no way they saw the bird. The bird was too small. I mean, it was that. So literally, you just see two guys walking, and then you just see me look up and him go down. Like, you know what? It was like Scanners. Like I was gonna make his fucking head explode. Like I just made him drop to his knees by looking up. I just wish I would have been a person in one of the windows looking out and seen the guy hit the fucking ground. Oh, God damn it. It was awesome. And then I went over to see the bird, and the bird he was like doing circles. Yeah, he was all fucked up. I mean, because he ping-ponged off that guy's head into the building. He had his fucking tiny bird brain scrambled. What am I going to do, nurse him to health? Fuck that. That bird, I should have. I owe him. I owe that bird. He made me laugh my ass off. And then I got in the car and I called Karen and I said, "You're not going to believe this." And I told her the whole story, and she's like, "Yeah, that's great." I'm like, wait a minute. No, you don't understand. He got it blasted by a bird. This guy was down on the ground bleeding. It was fucking hysterical. She's like, "Oh, okay." I said, "All right, well, I'll talk to you later." She goes, "Are you going to tell that story in the podcast?" And I didn't want to go, "What do you think?" So I went, "Why? Is it funny? Should I?" And she goes, "Yeah, you should. It's really funny." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So there you go, folks. But I wanted it. Now, you see why I didn't open with that? I couldn't tell that story in the beginning of the show. Lily still thinks I could have. I don't think I could have followed that. I tell that story, and then I start talking about Lohan's nipples, and you're all like, you turn your radio off. Or you yank the cord unceremoniously out of your iPod vagina, and my voice no longer resounds throughout your vehicle. Want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas show every Monday night at Santa Monica and Vine. The Three Clubs is the name of the bar. But at that night, it's not a bar. It's a show place. For the Monday Night Teas show. It is. It's a fantastic show place. Jazz hands. We're required. My hands are full, though. Go there and see fantastic shows. Are hosted and produced. Sometimes hosted, always produced by our friend Lily Von Stupp. Hey, Lily.
Yes, Michael.
Who is there next week?
Oh my God, the King of TV is hosting.
Wait a minute. Is this the Ass Seen on TV show?
It is.
It is. See what an extra S does for you folks? An extra S makes funny profanity. So, Ass Seen on TV, hosted by Paul Goebel, our friend, the King of TV. That's good news. And who's dancing in said show?
Who isn't? We got two chicks from Australia coming over to do Ab Fab.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Isa LaVamp is doing her Marge Simpson for us.
It's Isa LaVamp?
Yes.
I always thought it was Isa LaVamp. Because it would be like, like Isa. Isa in charge here. Like Isa, you know what I mean? Like Isa LaVamp. No, huh? Isa? I don't understand Isa LaVamp. Well, that's just me. Okay.
Anastasia von Teaserhausen and Isabella Starr.
Those names I understand.
They're doing their Little House on the Prairie
Oh.
number, which is Nellie and Laura Ingalls fighting it off.
Isabella sort of looks like Laura Ingalls.
She does.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really frightening.
Indeed, she does.
Really, really frightening.
I like
But
Isabella.
it's a great show. We put the boob in the boob tube, and
Oh, look at that. Are you involved? Are you dancing or just producing?
I am doing pickup, and I have not yet decided if I will be dressed as Alice
Oh.
or Hazel.
Oh, one of the two, eh? All right, I like it. Wait a minute, which Alice?
From the Brady Bunch.
Oh, I thought Alice from Alice. Linda Lavin.
Oh, I could do that.
That's what I'm saying. You go flow with a crazy beehive.
God, that would be funny.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Dingy. You could be Dingy. You could be Vera. And then Eddie could be Vic Tayback, and he could yell at you and hit a spatula with a bell. So go to the Monday Night Teas. Again, every Monday night at the Three Clubs on Santa Monica and Vine, 10 o'clock p.m. But this particular week, Ass Seen on TV with our good friend Paul Goebel, the King of TV, in the hosting chair. And I'm assuming he'll dress up as the King of TV.
He is.
Good for him.
He is. He'll be singing.
Folks, we should edit that out so people come. No, Paul Goebel will be there. It'll be fantastic. Check out that show. As I mentioned, you can follow me at twitter.com/the40year-old-boy. You can go to facebook.com/the40year-old-boy and be my friend. As I've mentioned many times, folks, on those pages on facebook.com, you'll find pages of people who want to bring me to their town. A lot of people want to bring me to their town. People who are my friends on Facebook, and also people who aren't my friends. They just want me to come to town so they can boo me. I think that's odd. Seems strange, but that's fine. I don't care if you bring me to your town to boo me. As long as you pay me, I guess I don't care. But there are people who start Bring Mike to pages. There's Bring Mike to, Indianapolis is in the works. Minneapolis is in the works. They just started a Milwaukee page. The Chicago page went live last week. I'm excited about that. Folks, I'm going to, right now there's an, I think let me think. I think there's 15 pages now of Bring Me to Your Town. It's going to drive me crazy. What's the phrase I'm looking for? In something of 15, in order of 15. Like, there's, it means more than, but it's a fancy way to say more than. In excess of. There are in excess of 15. I think that's what I'm looking for, but it could be wrong. Write me, folks. Send me a picture of you wearing a neoprene cock. Yeah, exactly. Let's do all that. Write me about everything. But I'm going to say this now, and I don't mean it to be mean, and I hope it doesn't come off as mean, but I have to tell you, folks, we are not starting any more Bring Mike 2 pages because I don't think I can support them publicity-wise. Let's put it this way. Every Wednesday night, I sit down, I write the email blast, and then I try to refresh the links for the pages, and then they all get lost. Like, I mean, the Kansas City page is great, and then I'll put it up there, and then it gets buried by Boston and Cleveland and Chicago, and they all fall underneath. So right now I've got about 15 active pages to bring me to, like I said, Boston, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Kansas City, Chicago, Indianapolis, Minneapolis, and others. There's going to be, because someone wants to start, a guy just wrote me and he said, hey, I want to start a Fresno page. And a guy wants to start a Peoria page, KC, our friend KC and Drift, those guys down there. And so I've started to look into grouping. Like, and might be a Madison page as well. So Madison, Wisconsin. So I was like, well, if there's a Milwaukee and a Madison page, I wonder if enough people will see me in both cities that I can come to town for a weekend and make the plane fare work. The point is I want to start doing the live show a lot more. I mean, I don't want to just be doing this once a month, but once I get enough people and then I can find a venue, it's tricky. And I don't know if I'm being able to devote enough time with as many pages as there are. The New York page is really looking like it's going to happen. So right now, let's not start any more pages. I mean, I've talked to people at Madison and Peoria. If you guys want to start those pages, go ahead, because we've discussed it already. But I'm saying, and someone just started a London page. And that's the thing. I love the idea of a London page. I loved the Australia pages. I love the Ireland page. But I mean, unfortunately, they're pipe dreams. I would love to come there and do that, but you're not going to get enough people to see me. I'd have to go $1,000 out of pocket just to fucking come, and I'm never going to make that back. Nobody knows who the fuck I am. The point is I need to do the shows here that I can do to get myself known and start doing festivals, and then people will know who I am, and then I can come to your town, and then you can all pay to see me. That'll be fantastic. So I'm going to have to put a hold on the Bring Mike. And look, I can't stop you. If you want to fucking Bring Mike 2 pages, go ahead. I'm just saying, please don't be upset if I can't constantly refresh all of the links and devote everything I can to getting them, let's put it, if you want to start a Bring Mike 2 page, you got to be prepared to kind of do a little of the work, and that's awesome. I really appreciate you guys doing it. And there are people looking for venues in Indianapolis and Minneapolis, John in Minneapolis and David in Indianapolis who started that page. And then Jeremy stepped up with some venues. The reason Seattle happened so quickly is because the Seattle page started, a guy got a hold of me with a venue. I contacted the venue. They wrote me right back and we were able to book it. It happened that quick. And now I'm just hoping I can sell enough tickets to do Seattle. I think I will. We'll see. But anyway, the bottom line is if you start the page, if you can dig for venues and let me know all that, I can contact the venues and we can go from there. But I really need ideas. We can't just start a page and go, wouldn't it be great if Mike came here? You can, but unfortunately I can't devote everything I want to making those pages happen. So that's all. And this is morose and fucking long, and I wish a bird would have flown into my face while I was saying it. Would have made that infinitely more interesting. So the bottom line is I will tell you that Seattle is happening July 8th at the Rendezvous Theater. There is a page, a link on my Facebook page. You can go to brownpapertickets.com and just search for the 40-year-old boy or Success is Not an Option, or search for Mike Schmidt. Tickets are on sale for Seattle, July 8th at the Rendezvous Theater. That's a Friday. I can also tell you tickets are still on sale because I am definitely coming to Austin, Texas. Last week I mentioned that there was going to be, I wasn't sure if I could make it. And thankfully, we sold some tickets. I wouldn't say a lot, but we sold some, which was great. And it was enough to make me go, you know what, I can't not come now. Because I really want to go. I want to go to these places, but it's just, it looked like I was going to lose $600. That's kind of a drag. But enough people stepped up to where it looks like the trip will be viable, and maybe I can at least break even. Who knows? We can sell more tickets this week. That'd be great. But everybody who's written me and everybody's very cool. So that's at the Cold Town Theater, June 3rd in Austin, Texas. The show's at 7 o'clock p.m. Okay, you can go to the Cold Town website at liveatcoldtown.com. That's town with an E. And I'll also tell you, I don't think my show's on their website because somebody wrote me and they go, hey man, they didn't list your show, but that's okay. I handle all the ticket sales myself. Why the fuck should they promote me? They don't, you know what I mean? They don't care. I'm getting all the money I paid for the theater. Who cares? So it was nice of Nick to step up, Nick Ramirez. And also that night there's another show, and I'm doing stand-up after my regular one-man. So I'll do the one-man, and then I'll hang around, and then I'll do stand-up, and then maybe someone can take me out for some Austin barbecue or something because I'll hang out with somebody, or I'll just go to my hotel room and cry. I don't know. It all depends on how it goes. It's a good choice. I can either go to barbecue with a stranger, or I can go home and go to the room and cry. I'll figure it out. I can go to barbecue and cry. Why wouldn't that work? So Friday, June 3rd, 7 o'clock at the Cold Town Theater. Again, you can go to Brown Paper Tickets and find tickets for Austin. You can find tickets for Seattle. And why don't I go ahead and mention this, folks? If you go to Brown Paper Tickets right now, you can find tickets for Mike Schmidt in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
What?
That's right. Mike Schmidt is coming to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Success Is Not an Option tour makes a stop at the Plays and Players Theater on July 29th. I'm excited. I think the show is going to be at 8 o'clock. I haven't figured it all out yet. Right? All the information will be on the Brown Paper Tickets page, which will be up tonight. Tonight, Wednesday, but tomorrow morning, Thursday, by the time you hear this, it'll be live. And there's some things I got to cover here. First of all, when I come east, when I come to New York, when I come to, and by east, I mean anywhere east of Los Angeles. Phoenix, I'll tell you what, Phoenix worked and Portland worked to have $15 tickets. San Francisco as well, because I could drive to San Francisco, flew to Portland, flew to Phoenix fairly cheap. Airfare is prohibitive, as I found out for Austin. That was one of the reasons why Austin turned into such a fucking nightmare. Finding cheap tickets is a chore and a stretch. Tickets are going to be $20 when I come east. If I go to Philadelphia, if I go to New York, even, I got to be honest, Chicago, Minneapolis, all of those places, because it costs more for me to fly and it costs more for me to come out there. So I have to charge a kind of a premium on tickets. New York might even be more. I don't think it will be, but it might be, depending on the theater and what it costs and all that kind of stuff. But I can tell you the tickets for Philadelphia are going to be $20. They're on sale now at brownpapertickets.com. And I have to ask you to buy tickets. That would be great, because it would be cool if this worked. Honestly, I don't want to come to Philadelphia and play for 9 people. I mean, I just, and I will tell you this too. I'm going to be there for 3 days. I'm coming to town Thursday. I'm doing the show Friday. I'm staying Saturday, and I'm flying home Sunday, because I'm going to see the Phillies play the Giants on Thursday, and I'm going to see the Phillies play the Pirates on Saturday. And I might stick around and see the Phillies play the Pirates on Sunday. I don't know. Not sure. If anybody is interested in going to games or hanging out, I'm interested. I got to be honest. I'm coming to town for 3 days to have fun. So you guys want to bring me to Pat's, bring me to Gino's, go to the Phillies, hang out with me. And if you don't, who the fuck cares? I don't care. I'm coming to town to do the show on Friday and make it the best goddamn fucking show that I possibly can. I'm coming to Philadelphia because I've never fucking been there, and I'm coming to see the Phillies because I have never been in that park. I've seen the Phillies in 10 different parks across this United States, but never in their hometown, and I can't wait to go. Half the battle for me is coming to town and seeing the Phillies. I got to be honest. Friday or Thursday and Saturday, the show will be fucking amazing, but Thursday and Saturday are why I'm coming to town. I got to be honest. So tickets will be $20. The tickets are available at Brown Paper Tickets. And if you want to go to playsandplayers.org, that's their theater. I haven't written back with them yet. I have the contract I got from them, but I don't know yet if they're going to put me on the website. If they have or they haven't, I'll write them back tonight and figure it out. But either way, you can go to my Facebook page. You can go to the Bring Mike to Philadelphia page for any updates, and you can go to Brown Paper Tickets and buy tickets. And why not do that? And also buy Seattle tickets and buy Austin tickets. Those are still not moving or at the pace I would want them to. But if you want to buy Austin tickets, that'd be great. Come out and see me in Austin. That's June 3rd. And who knows? If you like me so much in Austin, you'll be like, fuck, I got to fly to Seattle and then fly to Philadelphia. Why not? I'm great. So go ahead and check me out at those live shows. That'd be fantastic. Also, I want to tell you that I'll be back here at Meltdown Comics doing the Battleship Retention live comedy show on June 4th. That's a Saturday night. I'm in Austin June 3rd and then flying back and doing a show June 4th right here at Meltdown Comics on Sunset Boulevard. Go ahead and do, I think you can go to BattleshipRetention.com. Maybe they have a website. If you go to meltdown.com, you can find the tickets there. But tickets are always available, so go ahead and check those out. I think I told you I will be doing the Dork Forest podcast with Jackie Cation. And I wrote her like a fucking 9-page note about what I'm a dork about. I'm like, none of this works. And she wrote me back and she was very nice. And she's like, no, this will work. So, which is not what she wrote, this is awesome. So I'm like, all right. So hopefully it's awesome. We'll see. Jackie will make it awesome. And she's got another comic on there as well, who's a guest this week, a guy named Michael from New York, whose name, I don't know, his last name, never met him. But hopefully he's funny. Hopefully he and Jackie are funny, and then I can just kind of wing around and do nothing, which I am best at. as evidenced by this show, when Lily thinks I should have told just one story and then left. See? If I'd told one story, we wouldn't be doing this. Fuck, these plugs are longer than one story. I know, you're making an I know face. All right. Hey, don't forget to go to etsy.com/shop/Micah Myers, and that's MICAHMYERS for comic book wallets. They're only $3. Go ahead and buy all of them. Get one of each, for Christ's sake, and pass them out to homeless people. How great would that be? Look, if there's a homeless dude outside of 7-Eleven, he's like, hey, you got any change? You go, yeah. You hand him 65 cents, and he busts out a fucking Iron Man wallet and throws it in there? Holy shit, that's awesome. And as a matter of fact, just buy the wallets just so you can hand those out to homeless people instead of money. Although that seems like, then you're mocking the guy at that point. Hey, man, can I get some change? No, but here's a wallet to keep your non-existent money in. Ha ha. And by the way, did you notice? It's got a picture of Richie Rich on it. He's a rich little kid and you're not. Fuck you, homeless dude. Take this wallet. And blame Etsy.com/shop/Micah Myers for mocking you in your homelessness. I just thought of Richie Rich on the fly there. God damn, that was great. All right. So remember, go there and buy all the $3 wallets, and maybe I'll talk to him about doing a 40-year-old boy wallet at some point. That seems to make sense. I got to talk to Mex, though. Mex is the art guy. I don't even know if our stuff's on paper. He might just be drawing it in the air. He might draw all of our paintings on iPads. I have no idea. So go ahead and check out the Etsy.com/shop/Micah Myers and pick up a $3 comic book wallet to remind you of the time that Robin's father died. Awesome. You can also go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and go to the, there's all sorts of pages to visit there. Go look at the gallery page, the fun page, the back after this page with new artwork. If you go to the Joe Business page, you can find the downloads on there. And we're selling the downloads of year 1, year 2, and year 3 of this show, which are, of course, The Fellowship of the Schmidt, The Two Schmitties, and Return of the Schmidt. And if you want to buy all of them together and save a little money, go ahead and buy The Lord of the Schmidt. That's right, it's all 3 of them. And that's fucking 6 gigs of stuff I have to send you a new download. I don't know if anybody has 6 gigs of room for me, but that's fine. 6 gigs of me. That's what I should have called the set. So click on downloads on the Joe Business page, and you'll go ahead and pick those up if you want. Get a light box and click what you want. Also, there's links to the Zazzle store there, all the Zazzle store stuff that you could possibly want, mouse pads and shirts and all sorts of cool stuff. And also, there's the link on there for tweakedaudio.com/40, where you can go ahead and buy a set of earbuds, which are amazing. Don't buy the wood ones, though. As I've mentioned, I think they're temporarily out of stock, but there's all sorts of different colors. There's like 41 different colors and a bunch of different styles. And if you're so inclined, go ahead and pick up a cock ring with a watch on it. Go ahead and find a cock ring that tells time. They got plenty of them, although they might be sold out because they sent me 8,000. Literally backed up a pickup truck and dumped them on me. So go ahead and find the tweakedaudio.com on the Joe Business page. Click that link. And also, if you want to donate to the show, folks, several options available there. On every page of the MikeSchmidtComedy.com website, up in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little Schmitty with his pocket out. Click on him. You're going to get a little light box. And the light box will give you several options, one of which is to make a one-time donation, which is always appreciated. Thank you very much. Or, if you want, now you can subscribe to the show. You can contribute $2 a month, $5 a month, or $10 a month. I will tell you this, when people make a purchase, I'm usually contacted. They let me know when people make a purchase of the download sets or people make, and I send them a thank you. I like to thank everybody who donates. I thank everybody who makes that. The people who are subscribing, I'm going to thank you here because enough people have subscribed now that to get their emails and then have to write them, and it just seems it's arduous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got far too much time on my hands watching guys get attacked by fucking starlings. I saw a guy get a starling in the eye. So I just want to thank anybody who subscribes. You're really cool, and I appreciate it very much. You can subscribe, like I said, $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, and that's fantastic. I really appreciate it. It supports the show, supports Lily Von Stupp, supports David Hernandez, supports me, everybody at Mike Schmidt Incorporated. And if you want to donate, I will go ahead and mention it on the show if you want me to. I don't have to, but I like to because I like people to know who's donated to the show. And if you want me to say your full name on the show, you can go ahead and contact me and tell me to do that with a follow-up email. But if you've donated in the show, I'll mention it. People like Andrew Miller Graphics.
Ooh.
He didn't tell me to say his full name. I hope it's not a problem. But I just said it because I figured I couldn't say Andrew M.G. That would make no sense. So I wanted to know that Andrew Miller Graphics donated to the show. Our friend Cameron M. This was his second donation to the show, Cameron M. Also, Justin M. This was Justin's second donation, and it was a ludicrous amount, and I want to thank him so much for that. Thank you. And Jamie D. This was Jamie D's first donation to the show. So Andrew Miller Graphics, Cameron M., Justin M., and Jamie D. Thank you so much for donating. And if you want to donate, again, click on the link and I will go ahead and mention it here. And if you want me to say your full name, write me, unless you're Andrew Miller Graphics, in which case I'll just fucking give up your whole name for no reason. I'll just cough it up. So I've covered everything except something I want to cover now, and this is going to be weird. But I have to cover it because I'm a weird dude. Earlier today, I happened to be on Facebook this morning before I went to sleep. And our friend Chris Roswood, who sponsored the Portland trip, he and Todd Rush and Rich Galvin did a lot toward getting me to Portland, and I appreciated it. But Chris on his page, his Facebook page, just had a link to YouTube, and it said, read this kid's profile. So I clicked on it because I'm a sheep, and it opened up, and I watched the video at first and cried watching the video because I'm a sap. I'm not going to lie to you folks. And then I read the profile. All right, there's a kid on YouTube. I don't even know how to explain it. He's in a hospital. He's been in his hospital his whole life. And he has autism. He's blind in one eye. He has a cataract in the other. He's hooked up to all this weird medical equipment. He's got braces on top of everything else. The kid's got braces. But he wanted people to watch him on YouTube. Like he was, and not like in a weird, like, oh my God, please watch me. But just, he had in his profile, I read his profile and I was, again, folks, I'm an idiot. I was sobbing. Because reading it, and watching the video, in the video that I watched is, he saying thank you. And it's only like a minute and a half. And what it is somebody got a hold of him and or his name and started it on Facebook, and then started it on Twitter, and they put it on Reddit, and people started to subscribe to his YouTube channel and watch his videos. And he couldn't believe it. He went to bed, and he only had like 400 people who subscribed. When he woke up in the morning, it was at 1,800. And by the time I had gotten there, it was at like 4,800. And he was going crazy. Like he was happier in this video than I've ever been in my entire life for anything. And when I say he's going crazy, he wasn't doing cartwheels, cause I mean, he's in a chair. The guy can't do fucking cartwheels. I mean, honestly, he's blind. He'd fucking run into a goddamn wall. We don't want that happening. But he was, you know what? He wasn't selfish happy. He was going, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And he was like, I'm 43 years old. It was my 43 Christmases in a minute and a half. He was that happy. And then I read his profile, and he's just been, I will say this, he never said anything about his parents, which kind of I found a little disturbing and odd. Like maybe they're not around. I don't know. I don't know if he's in a lab. I don't know if they grew him from a fucking dish. I got no idea. All I know is he's 19, but he's only like he's tiny. Because he's got every disease you could ever possibly have. He has the nasal passages of like a newborn. And so he has to have all of these procedures. I mean, the kid, he's had like 1,000 surgeries. I mean, I don't even know how you could endure. And he does. And not only does he endure, he endures with a smile, and he's happy. And the only thing he wants, and he wasn't even trolling for like viewers. He just wrote, I'm starting a YouTube page because I don't want to be forgotten. I don't want to be one of those people who in 3 years, there's only like 100 people. He goes, so if you see this and you want to subscribe, that'd be great. Like he wasn't overt about it. He wasn't a cock. He wasn't a cock. He's a kid with autism and no eyes. How could he be a fucking cock? Jesus Christ. Stop. Learn to talk. Talk like a normal human being, you asshole. So I read the profile. He's 19. He's graduated high school, and he sees sounds as colors. He has a special, like a weird neurological disorder that he says the ping of my oxygen machine is this color, and he will tell you exactly everything he sees has a color in his. That's what he sees, which oh my God makes me I want him to hear this show. I want him. I hope I'm green. God, I hope I'm green. I would love so desperately for him to hear this show. But he's 19 and he loves music. He at his high school graduation, he played Mozart on the violin for the entire class and got a standing ovation. Like he's done more in his shortened, truncated, living in a fucking hospital bed life than I've ever done in 43 years. I mean, all I do is talk. I've said that a million times. And to see someone so marginalized and so set back by life and nature and not let it bother him in the least, I was overwhelmed. And so if we can all go to youtube.com/user/ventilator98, VENTILATOR, and then the number 98. youtube.com/user/ventilator98. Now look, you don't have to write a comment. You don't have to buy anything from this kid. He said he needs some machine. But he has no PayPal set up for it. He just mentioned it in his thing. I need this. It's like a machine that uses every letter of the fucking alphabet as an anagram. I have no idea what it is. I don't know what it would do for him. I don't know if it would give him an eye, if it would help him breathe. I don't fucking know, but he needed it. But he dropped it in the middle of his thing. Like he wasn't like, please send me money for this. It was just like, yeah, I need one of these two.
Hey guys.
It was unbelievable. What are you doing? Are you watching something?
I was searching for it and it auto-started. Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's not him.
No, I know.
youtube.com/user/ventilator98. Again, you don't have to give money. You don't even have to leave comments. If you just wanted to subscribe to his channel on YouTube and just build his numbers up, I think he would be happy with that. And again, he couldn't get much happier. I mean, I saw him this morning, and I was watching him, and he was so overwhelmed and astonished at the numbers that had climbed. And he's talking, and he was trying to show. He showed you. I mean, he's in this. The guy lives in it. He's the boy in the plastic bubble, literally. Like he's the kid in the plastic bubble, and all he wants is the outside world to notice him. And I got to tell you, on a primal level, I think everybody listening to this, and I can certainly tell you, everybody speaking this knows exactly what he's saying. All he wants to do is be noticed. And he doesn't want to be forgotten. And I think we can make sure, even if fucking 10 of you go, I don't care. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. But if you go to youtube.com/user/ventilator98 and just subscribe to his channel. You don't have to watch his videos. You don't have to send him a note. You don't have to send me a note. You know what? Why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and buy him a $3 wallet. And to show him we really care about him. This kid is on the outs. He's fucking living in a hotel room. God knows. He's not in a hotel room. He's in a hospital room. But God knows he needs a wallet. He needs a wallet. You know what? Get him a wallet with like Darth Vader on it, because you know what? His head, he looks like when they took Darth Vader's helmet off after Luke killed him. He sort of looked like that kind of. So maybe we get him like a Darth. You know what? Let's build him a Darth Vader suit so he can go ahead and have like and he can actually walk around and he won't be evil. He'll be like a happy Darth Vader. He'll be awesome when he shows up and he does that thing with his hand. You won't choke. A smile will just form on your face. I am just stupid enough to think that when people listen to me and they listen to the show, they should take my honesty and go, oh, wow, how refreshing his unvarnished honesty is. And the fact that he's willing to have a scorched earth policy and have no friends or no fucking future is so refreshing and great. But then they'll say to me, hey, do you need somebody raped with a steak? I go, yes, I do. Done. They'll take care of it for me. Thanks, Snake Rape. Oh, no one listens to show, bro? Wonder why? Wonder why no one listens to show, bro? I don't want to listen to show, bro. Please. Snake rape. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.